again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I tell you what, man, today is Tuesday, Talcott Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, and I know that anything is possible today. I'm truly excited, man. I'm grateful to all of you who are already here with me. I thought I put something up there. What'd I do with my comment, man? There it is. Thank you to all of you already here, those who might tune in later as we go, those who may catch the after show party and speed it up and get through it just as quick, right? Those who join me for the again returning, or those who join me for the first time, let's join together for this idea of greater peace, okay? Because I watched some of the news today, and I don't know what you've seen, what you've not seen, and I'm not a reporter. I'm not a journalist who reports on the news, but what I am is a man who's filled with this love of God, a love of God that I never knew was possible before. And with that love of God, I know we can find peace. Let's find peace. How about that? Greater peace is available to be discovered and shared. Know that. Know that is truth. And then you're on the right path. Right? Where's that one? A greater peace is available to be discovered and shared with you, by you, for you, through you, to you, right? Peace. Peace is a byproduct of those who unite with love. Whoops. I'll get back to that one. Peace is a byproduct of those who unite with love. That's my newest claim. I think that's true. I do think that's true. Because the more I united with love, the more peace I found. The more peace I found, the more united I was with love. The two are intertwined. They go hand in hand. It's a beautiful relationship and a marriage. Involve yourself in that relationship, right? Between a sense of peace and a sense of a greater love. See how that works out for you. I swear by it, man. I swear by it. And hey, for those who missed it, yeah, a little shout out. I don't have the link ready. I mean, I might pull it up later for interest or for document. But yeah, I visited the Raging Tomato last night, and I had fun with Sarah and the others. There was a dude on there that it was the first time I shared space with. Guy I'm kind of interested in talking to more, the Gnosis guy. But yeah, I joined the Raging Tomato yesterday, had some fun. Jack brings the essence of Don Lemon with him to convey the true spirit of peace wherever I go, man. This true spirit of peace, that is what I seek to embody and to be with each day. To be honest, it is one of my prayers, right? One of my prayers is to be holy, right? To be set apart, to be a little bit spectacular, maybe a little bit out of the box, a little bit out of the norm. Oh, you got 1,000 on a live today. Good on you, brother. Who's a pretty boy? Lots of pretty boys out there. Peace is available. Tell that to Trump. Yes, I want to tell that to Trump because I got some news started here. I got some news clips ready. We can get into some of this stuff that Trump is saying and doing, because true love is accepting the truth, no matter how harsh it is. Yes. Dude, I was thinking a members only live stream. A members only. I mean, I could promote and do something special for the membership, and they're not that expensive. I could do a massage for the members, and actually an instructional massage. So we just like get together and we rub on ourselves appropriately, not inappropriately. We rub on ourselves separately and then be in pleasure all together, right? The same time in different places. Where am I at, man? I'm all into the chat already. I'm already distracted. I'm going to go ahead, man. Drop the link. For those who wish to join today's conversations, the discussions with Jack today, and the topic, I haven't even really got into that. The topic today is restore a sense of sensibility with peace. Peace is the way you do it. Okay. So the real idea is restore a sense of sensibility. We can be sensible with one another. It's not that difficult. USA. This is my safe space. Please respect it. And Voy, I saw something with you, Boycott, your stream. Welcome to you, Voy. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I am the boycott, man. You know, apparently, there's this thing going on called the merge cut, the whole merge.
Yeah.
And since I'm Voy, you know, the most logic thing would for me to be boycott. So yeah, well, here I am. It sounds a bit subversive, you know, but it's just who I am, you know.
No, it's beautiful. But you had a stream earlier about boycott, and I caught the stream.
Oh,
it was a lovely lady bouncing to some music, and then you said at the end that it was time to go.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not as how do you say dedicated to streaming as you are. Sometimes I push live and I shouldn't push live.
Oh, you're too funny, man.
Hey, but that's a fucking good clip or what?
It is, and maybe I'll pull it up. And unless you got it ready, you're welcome to share it.
Yeah,
Duck, how are you? Welcome, brother.
Good.
You okay?
Yep.
All right. Can I ask you something that may be obvious that maybe you've already answered?
Sure.
I keep calling you Duck because of your channel name, but you're showing up with Nate. Is that who you are?
So yeah, you can. I go by Nate or Nathan or Duck. Either one of those works. All
right. Well, good. Thank you. How are you feeling today? I mean, you were encouraging. You pointed out that I felt I did okay yesterday, even though I was
heavy, Jack. You, yeah. I mean, I think you you came and in a venue which can sometimes be a dumpster fire, sometimes be both the carnival tent and, you know, the funnel cake stand. I thought you delivered. You delivered heavy. You changed my mind. You gave me something to think about. And I'm someone who thinks a lot. And so I appreciated your time up there as someone who's a regular on the Raging Tomato. And yeah, I just thought it was a lot of fun. You know, without trying to build a hierarchy or place people and things like that. You know, I thought you were the clear winner there.
Doug, thank you. Nate, thank you. I appreciate that. So one of the guys there, I don't know him, but his website, the Universal Theognostic Society. You know who I'm referring to? Omar. Omar was his name.
It's Shaman Omar. Yeah, Shaman Omar.
Shaman Omar. Yep. He seems like a trip, like an interesting dude, someone I could probably get along with, I think.
Yeah, he apparently likes writing and philosophy and stuff, and he's a nice guy. I think he's got well-considered opinions. He's also not anti-war. He's not pro-peace, and so
Okay.
He just, you know how that goes, Jack, spontaneously. For some people, it's 5-minute arcs. For some people, it's like 4-week arcs where they pop out and they just look like a crazy person. You know how? Do you know how that one goes?
I think so.
Hmm.
I think so. What is
I
this?
think we're quite experienced with that, on this platform.
From the question, do you guys know about Hmong from Reaper Warfare?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Little green beans that
Okay.
grow in Africa, or like
True.
the split peas, right? So there's a biological process where peas actually split. But I know a little something about Hmong dal. For any of the Indian folks in chat.
Hmong dal. That's what. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you guys are still speaking English, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's used. It's words we use. Isn't Hmong dal? Isn't that like lentil? I'm learning these different things myself. You know what? We don't need to talk about food. It doesn't have to be that. This interesting free Tibet, free the world. It's time to free this world of these oppressive,
Do you know
tyrannical.
who doesn't free the world, Jack? It's psychopaths. It's actually psychopaths.
Right.
I'd like to hear what Voy has to say about what he sees around that.
Well, when you say psychopath and you look at me with those eyes, that's what I see, dude. Nate.
That's one way to answer. That's for sure an answer, dude.
Right?
Rock on, man.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Beyond the appearance, though, what would you suggest, boy?
As a solution. You mean
Yeah.
for psychopaths in general?
We're observations on the greater world. Yeah. What do you think?
Well, there's only one solution with, you can't reason with these psychopaths. You can't reason.
I mean, I think it's important to appreciate that people have emotions differently. But generally, I've always found that irrespective of where you come from or what you do or what you care about, there are shared values. People can appreciate that if you order a pizza at a restaurant, you get a pizza. Like, hey, what a starting point. What a comment to me. I know I'm not the guy, but to me, what a starting point to start living without fear, that we can appreciate that, sharing a meal with some friends or families or rewarding ourselves.
We're talking about the psychopaths in the world, and you're talking about pizza. Like, what are you, a psychopath?
Again? I didn't build a pizza restaurant. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And so having that gearing is sometimes a way that we, I think having that humility, I think of that as humility when I don't see myself as a construction worker. I'm not blue collar, right? I'm former tech sector.
Wow, dude.
I used to have like, I
Are
think
you,
also had
are you just here to prove
financial licenses. So that's how I see myself.
What are you doing? What are you saying?
The dream space, right? The dream space.
So you actually want to be the psychopath on the panel today, again?
I didn't say
or
that.
Are you trying to make sense?
I didn't say that. I didn't imply it. I didn't. If you find that acceptable, that's cool. But I it seems like that is a self-belief that's coming out from my gaslighting perspective.
Wow.
Tell you what, please. I lost track of the conversation.
Me too.
Prepared to share something else here. This comment from Reaper Warfare. Thank you. Staring at nature brings calmness, heals your nervous system. That is Hmong.
Yep.
And that, if that's what you can identify it as, dude, that is beautiful. Staring at nature, right? It's like
masturbating for 15 hours on amphetamines in your room because
failing
out of college.
Duck.
That's where you're television again.
Nate, you've really got an unhealthy attachment to those ideas, those memories. Okay. Can you see that? The memories of masturbation is what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were talking about Hmong. I never heard.
There's good ways
I never heard of the word
also good
Hmong,
ways to-
but it's the word Hmong is about staring at
for many
nature.
reasons.
So
That's
it's about
what
staring at nature, right?
Yes.
That's what Hmong means. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we
I like
were.
that. You know,
what we're
I'm
going
into,
to. Yeah.
I'm into to bonsai and trees and stuff and gardens. So yeah,
Do you do that?
yeah.
Okay. So I wonder if that might be incorporated in that practice, because I think it's not just the staring at it, but that act of bringing the calmness, the connecting part, right? The calmness and the calmness and the healing of your nervous system that is found through the staring at nature. So doing those things of bonsai and stuff, dude, that's something I've never done, but I can really imagine and see the benefits of that.
I can see you doing it, Jack. I mean, it would really suit you, you know. Yeah, it does. I mean, just looking at you, I would actually expect you to have a bonsai, you know, just
You know,
guru.
I hope.
You should have at least one bonsai. Don't you think so, Jack? I mean, well, you know, I don't do bonsai just for the cutting of the leaves, but mostly I like to look at the forest that I created. Right? I don't like to have one tree, but I like to create a forest on a plate. That's what I enjoy most, and what I enjoy most is just looking at it. So, but it's called Hmong now. Now it's called Hmong. Okay, so I enjoy Hmong.
I'd encourage you look into that more because it does make sense. I mean, various traditions and various times in history, there's been these practices and the vocabulary, right? Finding the words, having the words to identify different things. It really does help evolve us into who we are. And the American way, I think we've lost connection. We've lost connection to reality because of our exaggerated language and how sloppy, generically sloppy we can become with our words.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm excited because this actually brings us into a different note. And actually, I've got two ideas in my head here thinking about the past. I do have today's news brought up, and I've got a clip with what Donald Trump is saying about annihilating the population of another nation, right? So we've got news we can cover, but then I was also remembering a different spiritual video I watched earlier talking about how this realm is actually created, right? It's through the separation of knowledge and beauty. Knowledge and beauty become separated, and then they come together, crashing together to create this magical form and this experience of existence that we get. And what we are is we are the evidence of when the power of truth and love unite. That's what creates reality, the power of truth and love. And that's knowledge and beauty, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, perhaps.
Yeah. So how does that relate to today's news? Or no, there was another video that you saw. Yeah.
It was kind of two different directions, totally different directions that my mind went into.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate too that Jack was up there on panel shows. When Jack's talking, he's usually talking to a bunch of dipshits, right? And so if you flatten out or you stand up, it's always the case you can probably find something better. Most of us get that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I could do better if it was a different circumstance, I'm sure. But that's with all of us, right? All of us could probably do better if we were given different.
Oh, I could do way better than
morning.
Jack and
So I woke
fucking
up-
Nate on a platform like YouTube. I could do way better than you two guys. Yeah, but
I bet you
I
can.
woke up, I
don't.
got out of bed, I opened my door,
I'm here.
I put a filter in the coffee pot, I put coffee in the coffee pot, I masturbated
Didn't
for
put
3
it in the
hours.
filter.
I got
You
a
should
1,000
put
views
the-
on a live.
Yeah, I mean,
afterwards,
if you put
not
the
related.
filter in it, you should put the coffee in the filter, not in the coffee pot. Put it in the filter.
Yeah, well, within the sort of sum total of what a coffee pot is, it's not symbolic, right? It's part of the mechanical process that actually gets
Are
your
you
coffee
robot?
into coffee. Most of us
let's
here in the
not
States,
worry about it,
we
please.
want our coffee to be coffee at some point in time is sort of the goal of
Let's
that.
not worry about it, please. Can we let that just go away? Because there's some interesting things about oversharing that just came up.
You're
Tommy
the
King.
panel police down there too.
Pardon?
Assholes. Nothing.
Pardon?
It's not that big of a deal, Jack, but I think
What is
no,
your
let's see,
concern?
Jack. I wanna learn from you and Tommy King down there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I did
Talking about
invite him.
these two videos that you saw.
You good,
Jack.
bro?
Here.
Shit.
Hello.
Sorry.
Is my mic
Perfect.
working? Is everything okay?
It sounds beautiful, deep, and sexy. Welcome.
Okay, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Voy, I've never really spoke with you, but when Duck's here and when Jack's here, especially without Pack, Talcott, or whatever the other guy is, I do feel like I can share something. And last night I overindulged, and I've been speaking with this person privately.
Okay.
We enjoy each other's company. She's whatever. She kind of knows who I am from a certain extent of whatever all the chaos that over the last couple of years that I've produced, and she doesn't run from it. But it's been a nice derail, almost not in a bad way, but like something to get me away from where we usually are, right? And then I think last night I think I overshared. You know what I mean? And how do I walk that back?
All right.
When I feel like I was like, oh baby, like and it's like, oh no, you sound like a psycho. Like Duck, I feel like might
Ooh.
do that often as well.
You know.
So
I know the feeling.
yeah,
I've been there.
yeah.
There's
Because I'm
no
so passionate. Yeah, I'm passionate about the person, but it comes off so psycho a little.
You come across
not-
me.
Yeah, right. And it's like I'm not that guy, but at the same time, it's like, yo, I do love to be here instead of there.
Well, this
That's
is
why.
one thing in life. There is no unsaying
Mhm.
what we say, right? There is no undoing what has been done. But I don't believe that there's any point there's ever any point where there's no coming back. I mean, that's a teaching from God. All
Sure.
may be forgiven. So
Sure. Well, I think we both overshared, and
okay.
I got caught in the, like when you're playing maybe catch with somebody, and then one person throws a heater that's a fastball, and then you throw a faster one, and then you throw and it's like we were doing a sharing event where we're like going kind of farther and farther, and then I feel like I overshot. I was like, damn it, damn it, why did I
I
throw
get
the ball that far now?
So it brought you a little embarrassment, or is there actual damage to this?
Yeah, nobody's saying anything
All right.
on my side. She's not, but I feel like I did.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like I woke up with being like,
So,
damn.
so even if you did or if you didn't,
Yeah.
see, I didn't catch it. Maybe Nate didn't catch it.
Mhm.
So,
Right. Well,
So-
I woke up with being like, so I've been a moron, and the first
No,
thing I sent
no
was like
need-
this. Okay,
feel him, dude. Just
well, no, I kind of did the move where I said, I bet I overshared last night. Did I overshare? Right? It was my first thing to say. And she goes, "Oh,
I say-
you talking.
If I
You
say
was
yes,
talking."
if I say yes, would you feel better, or
Yeah,
should
yeah.
I say no?
No, she answered.
Right?
Um,
Yeah, she answered. But she's not mad about it. And she was like this. Oh,
Right.
yeah. And it was actually still cool with it. But in my head, I'm
All
like,
right.
damn, dog. Like in
Hey,
my head, I'm like,
TK.
damn, dog. Yeah.
Here's something I can imagine. I can imagine it both ways. I can
Mhm.
imagine many different scenarios, actually, if I allow myself. But you seem to be much like me. You care, and you probably worry too damn much, right? Were you it doesn't sound like you were dishonest.
No.
You know, you just may have overshared. Dude, I am so guilty of that.
Fuck.
Okay.
Jesus. You know what I
So,
mean?
oh shit, TK, that means, yep, you're like me, dude.
It's a tough boat. You're over here. Do I open the door or do I not? It's like holding the door open for somebody. And it's like, does this look weird? And no.
Keep the rest in.
And I'm just trying to be a gentleman.
TK,
yes, sir.
keep the rest in. Don't flaunt it all. You know, just
Yeah,
let,
there
I
you
hear
go.
you there too.
There you
let
go.
it be a lesson.
It's the thing.
Yeah. Let it
Where
be a
is the
lesson.
fine line though? As a man, where's the like Ducks does this move where he overshares,
Yeah.
but then undershares. Like
Well,
right now,
what do you
he's
mean
making it
as
sound
a
like
man?
he.
What do you mean as man? Just be a man about it.
No, I get
There
you
you
guys
go.
being a man. Obviously, I'm gonna live my life how I live it. It's just I wonder what you gentlemen think when I'm trying to be vulnerable to even talk
Well,
about
I
it.
think
right
you're
now,
being
is
a
what I'm
lady
trying to-
about it. TK.
Yeah, I'm hear you. I'm
think
definitely
you're
being a
being
lady by
lady about
talking
it.
about it, but that's what I'm doing here. I'm doing the yin and my yang. Like obviously inside me, I'm like this, fuck this, and I'm never gonna talk about it. But here, I feel like we can at least fucking talk about it on the
You feel
other
like you
opposite
need to be a
spectrum
lady?
of.
You feel like you need
I don't
to be
mind.
a
I don't.
lady?
Is this
Do you
not
feel
what we're
like you
here to
need to be a
do?
lady when you-
Boy. I'm assuming that's what we're here to do. You psychopath
Oh well,
is try to fucking.
I didn't know.
Well, that's what I'm assuming this place for is where you can be a yin to your own yang, your mirror to whatever the fuck is what I use this place for is to be. I'm open, and then this isn't how I'm going to treat my day to day, but I have a way to vent or talk about the other side of me, right, and be open and hear a different perspective, brother. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't want a mask. Like, sorry, I'm getting wound up.
You're doing great. I just want to offer you another option.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe another perspective, because I get it using this place, and safe. It's a safe, relatively safe place, right? While there are consequences and stuff, it's a place you can vent.
Yeah.
You can be yourself. But let's look at it in the bigger picture, right? You want to be a grown man who spends his time venting or getting shit done.
Well, I feel like I'm a both guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I got to purge. I got to purge while
Why
I've
don't
been.
you just cut the bullshit? Do you hate the world or do you love the world? Do you hate people or do you love
That's
people?
a fair
Part of
question.
It's honestly a you're hitting me at like a 75-25. I
Ooh,
honestly hate this place. I hate everything about it. I feel like everything's wrong.
Okay.
It's
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TK, you said enough. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Nate, that was a beautiful question.
I hate everyone, Jack. Fuck the world.
I figured you can relate. You too can relate. And God bless you. I used to be there myself. Okay. So I don't judge it. I can absolutely understand it. I can encourage it, but I don't want to encourage it. What I want to offer you is
A subscription to the U.S. Army.
Okay, who's Voy? What is Voy talking about?
this is the world we've been given.
For sure.
Right? So let's not look at it as a
prison planet type.
yes,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
It
I don't
is.
do that. Yeah.
We can be like the universe that created us, infinite potential. How about that?
Yeah. And so I do walk with that and I try
Sure.
to. And like I said, I usually don't ever pulled the shield down. We'll say you guys see a lot more of my other side than reality sees.
I
That
think
makes
this
sense.
is safe.
That's funny.
Tractus Mung brought you up.
Hello.
Was it La Chiqueta? Oh no, it's not
No.
Chiqueta.
Hello. Do we know each other?
Yes.
All right. I think I
Okay.
heard it.
Yeah, I heard he is.
Welcome and blessings. Sorry, I got what's that?
Multitasking, practicing Hmong and live streaming.
Hmm.
Perfect. A
Yeah.
focus on nature, allowing the stillness and the peace to be one with you. That's
is
what I've been.
Hey, Jack, I don't mean to talk over practice Hmong down there or whatever, but
Mhm.
I have a meeting for a board advisor role at 1:45. I wondered if I can just, because I need support right now because of my addictions and relapse, I can just mute up and stay on camera and take the call here if that's okay.
For sure. Is that a new mic that you have behind you? The box for it?
That's the MV6 box for the MV6 I have here.
Yeah. How much was that? Because your mic does come across very nice.
A lot. So this one
It is a lot. Or
it's
like
very
300?
heavy. It feels very heavy. It's
Okay.
very well built. It was $99.99 at Best
Oh,
Buy.
that's not a lot, you asshole.
Yeah, I'd originally bought a Chinese mic and looked at the Movos, which are made in California. They're
Okay.
California audio tech company.
Yep.
But Shure, I believe, is an old German company, if I remember.
Okay. And with
And
electronics,
so I just
they-
went with the one they had at Best Buy in this case, and yeah, it was
Okay.
a
God
decent
damn it!
mic.
I gotta go. It was a great talking to you, Nate. Hopefully, you're gonna have a nice time. This spina bifida guy just is so disgusting to look at. And
But
I
think
just-
about it though.
No, it's fine.
What is
It's
the
fine.
truth,
gentlemen? I
TJ?
fucking hate this guy.
Wait, please.
What? It's a spina bifida, Jack.
TK, there's clearly something within you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you face this, right? That which you want to run away from and you want to avoid. But before I do this, I didn't realize it would be such a
It's fine. I got things to do too. I have a different board meeting too. I just can't have spina bifida boys show up.
TK.
He's a dickhead. We have Duck going to a fucking meeting, and I want to.
I know. Please
make sure he's
pause.
fucking okay, dude. I can't deal with this
Please
fucking clown.
Pause. Take a breath. God bless you. God bless him. Duck, I did want to get back to you. Okay. I want to wish you luck with what you've got scheduled. But to be honest, I believe you'd probably be best off just like disconnecting and disengaging from this for a little bit, have your mind focused, and then you don't have this in the background distracting. As soon as you show up, I'll bring you back up, man. Whatever you want, though, you're muted right now.
I sorry, I was just gonna say, just leave me up and I'll do
All
my
right.
best and take the call.
Whatever. I'm here to support you. Landry, welcome to you. Thank you for
Yeah,
your
man. Thank you for
Hi,
welcoming
Landry.
me.
What's up?
I don't know, really, man. People fear, I guess, things that I don't know what they fear. I don't think they're afraid of me, but something in himself, who knows what it is. I'm like the weakest of all the I feel like opponents here. It's very bizarre to me. I'm not going to yell at anyone. I'm not going to call their brother a retard, but I will say that they should do better. That's it.
If only you would yell at somebody.
Fuck you, boy.
Oh, see, thank you. Ah,
See, this is what it is.
you know,
Actually, you just demonstrated it in an obtuse way. You aim to please, right? Your humility shines. Your humility, your strength and humility threatens the insecure. That's why they're triggered by you.
Interesting take. I'll have to think about that one.
Please do. Because I think it's true for me in some cases too. Hank, welcome to you, brother.
Thank you. And Landry, you're not only are you not the weakest, you're in my tier. So congratulations.
What is it? In my tier?
Yep.
What does that mean?
Well, you're about as stranding as I am. to most people.
I don't know, man. I don't have any torso situations going on in my life.
Yes, you do. Yeah, you have like 3 different ones.
Hank's pretty threatening. I'll fuck you in the ass.
3 colors, right?
I feel afraid of Hank's like laugh thing he does whenever there's high tension, and he like does his face over his back and it shows all his teeth. That scares me.
As it should.
God's created an amazing group of people, and we found ourselves here together.
Bob
It really-
Snyder was raped today by a man named Hank, an autistic gay black
who's this?
man.
No, please, no.
Who is that though?
Practice Mung?
Yeah.
That's our
JG.
friend JG.
Oh, yeah, the legendary.
The traveling man, right?
I'm not a legend. Not a legend. I'm not
Are you, JG, are you still of the bum sector? Or did you get anchored somewhere?
a bum is a drunk, so I'm no longer a bum.
A bum is where you go number 2.
How about this? Sensibility, right? Because that was the idea. I was thinking restore a sense of sensibility. That's what happens when you're at peace. You have an ability to appreciate and respond to complex emotional or aesthetic influences. You've got an appreciation to respond to the sensitivity, right? That's really what it's about. And we're created to be sensible. We're created as beings of sense. That's actually where my mind started thinking is, what are we? Well, we're beings of body and form, and these bodies and form, we sense everything.
Well,
And
well, you were talking about the situation in the world, and you know, we're dealing with people that do not sense, right? They pretend to sense, and so they utter like strange words and sentences to us, like, what are they trying to project? But in those sentences, you see that there's an utter disconnect, and they don't sense anything at all. They just pretend to have a sensibility or to have any sense at all.
Well, boy, who are you getting at?
Trump.
I thought you were getting at Duck.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that too, but no, in a way lesser sense.
Bring up my fucking name with Donald Trump. All you better say is, hey, suck my fucking dick, Mr. President.
Suck my duck.
Yeah, suck my fucking.
I trump your duck with a clunk.
Yeah, just like that right there. Just like that right there, Daddy. Right
Ugh.
there, Daddy. Right there.
Egotistical Trump. It's not his ego, he's egotistical.
Suck
Nate,
my fucking dick.
Cat, whoa, stop. Whoa, please, dude. That is like, wow. Holy cows. I think this is a good time for a segue, because it's back to what Voy was saying, right? I mean, I think this is the guy, the senator from Maryland, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Van Allen. So he's where I am. Trump is threatening to commit massive war crimes against the Iranian people starting at 8 p.m. tonight. He is completely unhinged, and it's long past time for people to speak up. Oops, doggone it.
It's the
Quote, "A whole
globalists.
civilization will die."
Wow.
Whenever you see,
Trump's
Trump's about to
new
do
threat.
this, it's the globalists.
Jack, are they just giving us our numbers again? Was that right?
What's that?
They're just telling us, when your overseers get back what you're supposed to be doing? What did I
No.
fuck up there?
No.
It was something else. It was something else. No worries. My bad.
Okay. Well, this is from Donald Trump's post earlier today, April 7th of 26. He says, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. So says Emperor Donald J. Trump.
That, quote, a whole civilization will die tonight.
Well, Laura, we have a completely unhinged president who is threatening massive war crimes against the Iranian people. As you know, someone in the White House said he was, quote, bloodthirsty, like a mad dog. And we should all be speaking out, including Republicans, to make it clear that this war was a mistake from day one and that the president needs to stop. Ultimately, the Congress needs to make sure that we don't provide any additional funding for this illegal war of choice. But let me just say the president has lied through his teeth from the beginning. He lied when he said he was going to keep America out of foreign wars. He apparently lied 3 weeks ago when he said we won. If we won 3 weeks ago, what the hell is he doing now?
I want to get your reaction to President Trump's new threat that, quote, a whole civilization will.
Yeah, pause. So when he says the whole civilization, he probably means America because he's going to destroy that Constitution.
Yeah, that's what I hear too, Hank. Yeah.
Yeah, because America is the Constitution, pretty much. So.
Yeah.
Well, I heard this idea of tyranny earlier. When there's an individual that represents the nation. And I think that's where the commander-in-chief of America has actually become. And Donald Trump is going around the world as though he represents America, and the rest of the world is treating him like he represents America. Well, America should represent itself. And Donald Trump he's a reflection of me when I was a young, selfish, foolish, and angry child. But I've grown up since then, and he doesn't represent me. He doesn't represent peace, that's for sure. Not when he's talking about blowing up bridges and infrastructure, and he's really attacking the civilians.
I mean, well, was he a younger version of Jack? Could be.
Those are
compared?
attacks on civilians.
No,
right?
no, Jack. Tell me that's not
thing.
true.
There's
Tell me
not
that's
really a
not
discussion. Is that when you say you're going to blow up power plants, you're going to put 40 million people with college educations without power, unable to communicate.
Right.
You don't want to have dialogue with people anymore. There's no ambiguity that what Donald Trump is seeking to accomplish is to bomb more civilian targets than he's already hit in Iran.
Well, and most recently, I see the targets.
I mean,
the
what
targets
the fuck if that was
been-
your family?
The targets have been first, the girls' school, the elementary school. Then there's also been places of historical significance. Most recently, I guess we've been going after universities, right? So, and of course, as Trump says, the bridges and the water salination centers. I mean,
Yeah.
this shit is insane, guys.
It's fucking nuts, dude. It's just putting your nasty, lazy bullshit ass in someone else's butthole, and you're not ever able to actually talk about it more than you're trying. Like, if you try to, what are you going to get back from it? What are you going to get back from saying the Warcock needs to, you need Pete Hegseth filling it out? It's like, okay, everyone's heard the rhetoric. But once again, what is it? What can it actually possibly be about? There's no leadership in that scenario. There's no true leadership. There's no society. There's nothing. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Nate, but that's the number one thing. You're absolutely right in identifying the lack of proper leadership. So let's bring that. Okay. And this is where I think we could bring a community, because I've learned of people who understand leadership, righteous leadership, right? True followers of Christ, true people committed to righteousness and honor, leadership through service. I know a lot of people who know that. So let's bring those people in and teach these employees of Congress, right? Let's give the people the tools so that they can succeed in the way that benefits all of us, right? I think I'm not against Donald Trump. Let me be very clear about that. I want to help him succeed in ending wars and exposing the deep state. I want to help him become the hero here on earth.
That is your main mission.
If not him, I'll help others, right? But yeah, it is. Boy, this is the truth of me. Who I am, I'm just a simple dude, Jack Talcott. I got a crazy story. But in my crazy story, God allowed me to discover this idea and the message and the brand of live without fear. And so the brand is live without fear. My mission is to help expedite awakening, because that's what God allowed me to do. God allowed me to awaken from my subconscious patterns of living as an addict with depression, unhealthy choices, right? God allowed me to awaken, so I want to help others awaken and embrace a greater life for themselves. Why? Because together, when we unite together with a love for the truth, we expose the corruption, we end the cruelty, we can end the wars and begin the reforms. And I tell you what, guys, think about this too. If anything, I'm on here often talking about my love for God. And what I'm suggesting to bring to Donald Trump and the men and women in the United States Congress, what I'm suggesting we bring to them is the ideas and support for repentance. I gotta work. In Austin, I don't want the job, but I've been president before when I didn't want the job, and I know I can do it.
I think that's the only way to become a president. So if people could actually choose the one person to be the leader, right? It's usually the one that doesn't want to be a leader, but the one that's most qualified to do so, right?
Yeah.
It's usually not the one that wants to be the leader. It's usually the one that stands back and says, well, and that has the most qualities, and the people know it, right? If the people could really choose, that's who they would choose.
Well, admittedly, and I say this honestly, but with humility, that was kind
That's
of
your
my
experience. That's your experience, right? Yeah, I believe
I
that.
never wanted to be in the spotlight, and yet I didn't find others who could do a better job, so I got in the spotlight. Whether it was with the union or in other ways with the union, I guess. Union leadership, or in other ways with them. But growing up, I learned very strict obedience. And I learned the force of rule. And then as I grew older, I learned how to fight without violence, right? And then on my path, I found myself actually studying leadership after I became a leader. God's been having me live my life backwards, and I think it's by example, because I'm like the rest of the world. We're living backwards. But if we pull our heads out of our ass and we actually help each other, helping each other solve the problems in our lives, working together to bring forth solutions, I'm telling you right here and now, today, on April 7th, 2026, World peace is available, and the beginning of reforms, it can start today too. Just a matter of getting the right people involved and the right ideas across. And you know what? That's what I've been prepared to do. Trexty, does it feel like you're shouting, the house is on fire, there's babies in there, and the reaction is whatever? How about focusing on something else? Petty drama, some bullshit. Sometimes it does feel that way, but then I realized part of the problem was actually my urgency. The urgency that I was feeling and I was driving myself nuts with. That sense of urgency was not coming across the way I wanted it to. So what I've been doing is learning honestly how to trust in the Holy Spirit. Mackenzie, I don't know if I've heard that or not, but it doesn't surprise me. I can't remember his influences from the church and the pastors, but it's all this success, prosperity gospel type ideas, that type of thinking. I get the way he thinks, but I know the man he's fooled himself. Donald Trump is like many others who I've met. I can help them overcome the confusion they found.
226, Jack. 226.
What's at 226, brother?
I've got threats.
You've got the rights?
Threats. Back to
Threads.
peace. Back to
All right.
peace. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. I believe peace is coming. Peace is here, because really, I said it in the description today. I think it's true. Peace is a byproduct of those united with love. You unite with love, and while it's exciting and adventurous and it's empowering, at the same time, love brings a peace. You unite with love and you overcome the world.
What kind
God
of love
is
are
love.
you talking about?
True love.
No, I mean,
Love.
seriously, like, what's your definition of love when you say love?
Love is the awareness of being in the absence of suffering and discomfort. How
Jack,
about
can
that?
I say something real quick?
Maybe
Jack?
that's peace. Yes, sir. Please.
Do you know what love is? Love is love is saying that you have a next step to work 40 hours a year and get paid $70,000. That is what love is.
That could be seen as love. Is that what just happened? Did you get a job offer?
I got a next step offer.
Congratulations. Sounds like that's what's in order for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Very cool. And it's interesting.
But peace is also defined by the presence of justice.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you have peace in the absence of justice? I would say absolutely not.
No, that's what makes war. War starts with a lie, right?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, that's a hard yes. That's a very hard yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's when
Every war starts with a lie. Yeah.
internally and externally.
Yeah.
It's this unique, beautiful relationship with the truth. Now, the truth, it goes through our consciousness, and our consciousness is the gate and the filter for each of us. But this world we were born into, it profits from and it enables conflicts, right? War creates profits and trauma and disease and scarcity, right? But we can break the patterns. We've
New
got
world
everything.
order.
We can create, we can bring forth the new kingdom in the new world and bring forth a new order. And the new order we want, it's based on sensibility, I would assume. Let's restore some sense and sensibility into the administration and the governance of the societies.
Jack, can I say something real quick?
Together. Please do.
When you get paid $125 an hour, it's usually because there's a big problem bearing down. And then when you get paid, like, say, anywhere between $500 and $2,000 for an hour, that's when you're doing something that's maybe, it's more typically that there's a space you're moving into, and so you're working within that motion to push it forward.
So how many hours per week would you work if you would make that money?
I'd probably be going back to severe alcohol and drug addiction. Probably staying.
How many? No, how many hours? How many hours?
Masturbating with household objects.
Can you answer it? You're not a very good conversationalist, are you?
Not at this
It's
point.
psychopath.
Yeah, I've noticed. So how many hours would you work per week? I know it's totally foreign to you because you're totally Tel Avivian.
I would take a call. I would take you.
I know you're in Tel Aviv. You don't like to work, and you're a psychopath. But how many hours per week would you work for any amount of money?
We would talk for an hour. We would talk for an hour, and then I would probably have 5 to 20 hours. In reality, probably 5 to 20 hours.
Thank you.
Work to actually do 5 to 10.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing, dude. Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so that's a new option for you. And congratulations, but I'm not sure where it tied to your past addictions and habits and such. So it sounds like, Nate, it sounds like you've got some conflicts and some clutter inside of you. Are you doing much with that?
Well, right at this moment, I'm so yeah, at this moment I am working on scaffolding the pain, the trauma, the PTSD that runs through my entire body. I'm taking my depression, I'm taking my famine metabolism, I'm taking the brain damage I've incurred, I'm taking the fact that I've lost every friend and family in my life, and I'm trying to spin that into a new opportunity because I care about that stuff a lot.
Have you tried the Holocaust yet?
Have you read Night? Have you read Night?
Please.
The Night is a Holocaust story about a youth who tracks with their family to be led into a concentration camp and learns to be discompassionate towards their family and community, and learns to steal in order to feed themselves.
Thank you.
Like George Soros, that's what he did.
Let's damn it. Sorry, I lost word.
Not to disrupt the peace, but the Holocaust is a big lie. They say there was like 6.5 million Jewish people killed.
Please.
That's not the case. So they've exaggerated that whole story.
History is a fascinating mystery, and I encourage everyone to take it as that. Allow the
Just deny
past
the Holocaust on the internet.
to be a mystery. Can we swing back to what you were saying, Nate, about feeling alone? Hello. That's my testimony too. Okay. Now, something I heard from you though, and I didn't put the details in my memory, but I heard kind of a pessimistic view from you. Like you're allowing the past to kind of give you a bitter taste in what you see and what you're experiencing. Is that where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, that would be what that is. I don't want to, like, if I step into actually what I've been through,
Oh yeah, you mentioned PTSD.
I don't think my
and some other
psychology
things.
can actually take it. I don't think my psychology can
Okay.
actually withstand it.
That's fine. You might also be, I don't want to presume, I just know how I can be and how many people can be, and you might be underestimating yourself and or overestimating what it was you've been through.
Yeah, well,
And-
here's how it works, Jack. You fuck people, and then you fuck people who want to help, and you fuck them so hard until they can't help anymore.
Or stop, and we interrupt those patterns. And instead of fucking people, we help one another. We be honest, and we care, right?
Yeah, or you pull them apart like fucking Puffin Pops. Go watch the vegan streams.
No.
Nice people turn into these pussy fucks, Jack.
So, hey, stop.
Narcissistic fucking idiots.
Let's be here. Let's be here. Okay? Because it's easy to become like that which you judge. You ever notice that? That's actually what I see as a problem with many people. Many people who have seen the truth of the government and such, they've allowed themselves to reject it and to rebel against it. And yet the way they're rebelling and rejecting it, it's much the same as the way the government rebels and rejects our freedom, right?
Yeah,
People
and
try
Jack,
to
but tell me this. Why do I'm not asking why we should consider other people. I am asking, after the last 6 years of my life, I am asking why I am someone that goes through and wraps up my own experience and what I could learn about others' experiences.
Can I tell you?
And then
Is
go
that
forward
that a-
again
Boy.
after that.
question? Okay,
Boy,
sorry.
let him finish, please.
And that's all.
Sorry.
That's all I was saying. I'm not a like. That's the fucking weird thing. Joe Biden is Joe Biden.
See,
was a
the
normal
question
guy
doesn't
before.
end. The question doesn't end.
Let me be more productive than
Donald
boy.
Trump was a
So-
normal
please
guy.
do. Please do.
Let
end.
let me try something. So, Duck, have you looked into MBTI and Enneagram for you to find more about yourself?
I did 16 personalities back in the day, Hank, and I did what else did I do? I did the other one I did was yeah, I haven't I'm an ENTP, I think. I don't know if that's what you're asking. I don't know what it
you
Yes.
is.
didn't ask that at all.
Yes, I was that.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
So yeah, with ENTPs, they tend to use a lot of extrovert intuition, and you jump from possibility to possibility. But you may need to get more on your body. That will probably solve some of your issues, some of your anxiety. More maybe some yoga and some push-ups or stuff like that. Duck.
Yeah, you really need to solve that, Nate.
Yeah, it's hard when you wake up and even when I was making vegan omelets. Let me finish.
You
Even
really
when you're
want to
eating
talk about all these issues on
pasta,
panel? Really?
you still want
that's so interesting, dude. I really want to help you.
You want to be on the top of the world and say, "Hey,
I really want to help you.
Take turns, please.
Oh,
Floyd. You
Okay,
say,
I'll shut
I'm
up.
on
I'll
top of
shut
the
up.
world, but you remember that guy masturbating on the top of the building? That was me, world. That was me.
Yeah, we're trying to talk about
Doug.
peace, and you're going full Patrick
Yeah,
Bateman
you're-
on us.
What the hell is going on here? Again, Nate. You've got like a disassociation from you and what's happening here.
Yeah.
Go
And-
listen to Huey Lewis in the news, man. Just relax.
Actually, if you'd support what I'm doing here, I'm offering my support to help. Okay? The fact that it hasn't been recognized, it sure hasn't been. I won't get into what it hasn't been. It hasn't been working. Do you want some support, or do you want to keep living the way that you are? Because frankly, what you're doing here has been an interruption. And I know you don't want to do that.
All this crazy shit going on, Talcott, what Trump's doing, what the globalists are doing, what religion's doing, it's really distracting us from individually being healthy ourselves.
I agree with JG. I mean, we try our best getting the message out, but they're gonna raise coffers with this dang expansionism. But we just gotta ignore them till it's time to call that order in and get them off the podium.
I don't think that made any sense.
Remove them from office, Jack. When it's time, we're focusing on themselves, so it's time to purge them from office. To make it
I think
quite clear.
Thank you. That yes.
So you think the best way that Jack would speak to Trump would be just with some lead?
No.
I mean,
Hank?
boy, what would Bill Cooper do? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Talcott's trying to be this like Bill Cooper type person, right? What would Bill Cooper do?
Is that like a superhero?
No. He was a talk show host, like Jack is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm actually trying to do is a number of things. My number one focus is to try and reach people that want to live a better life. Okay, for those who want to live a better life, I believe that anything is possible, and I want to help you explore what is possible for you. In myself, with the belief that anything is possible, I believe that, when I found Veterans for Peace, I think I found my purpose for life.
So,
yeah, Nate, let's go to you.
I mean, Jack.
What's going on there?
I mean, Dutch right here. He wants to live a better life, so work on him.
Does he though?
Yes.
You see how he's paying attention to me?
Yes.
You think he wants a better life?
Patrick Bateman.
I mean, if you can't help him, so what? You can't help everyone.
Right. Don't lie about him. He's
Patrick
clearly
Bateman.
not interested in learning from me. That's why he keeps interrupting me. That's why I'm not sure what you were showing there, Nate, but it wasn't related to anything I was saying.
I mean, I learned as much as I can quote from you, and you still say I don't understand. I don't think anyone's actually got your message to the point where you confirm they got the message. So I'm just
That's not true. That's not true. That's just what you choose to think.
Give me an example.
Well, Hank, I was actually just discussing Duck, but I guess we need to focus on you. So is anyone else here want to try and say that they can't understand me? Or is anyone here willing to say, yeah, I get what you're saying, Jack?
I mean, if you're not here to help anyone, I'll just walk off. It's not a big deal to me.
I'm here to help those who want my help. Those who want to tell me to be different or to prove myself to them, yeah, go somewhere else.
Then help me by helping Duck.
Yeah, Jack, can I say something? I've been incredibly, as someone who's new to this space, and I know not valued as a mod, but and valued as the person I am, but in terms of intellectual and sexual contributions, very little. I just want to mention that I don't know that I've been right when we say what true sort of spiritual attraction and sensibility leads to. I maybe myself have not been living up to my we would call it a potential, right? We'd call it a potential there. And so I want to apologize for my confessions about perversions, about addictions. I want to share that it's not just Uncle Sam and conspiracy theories, but it's the fact that people who have crazy metaphysical views like Hank, he doesn't get to explore his view of God as often as maybe we would like here. And that's what that's one of the things you're really good at, Jack. And there's two other guys on the panel who like that stuff too. And I disrupt and interrupt all of them.
Wow!
Just by being here.
Do you actually have like a concept in your mind, or do you just pronounce words in a row?
Yeah, Nate, I'll tell you what you are, Nate. Do
you actually have a point? Do you actually have a point? Nate, do you have a point? No, you don't.
You're extremely
Why?
It's a
inferior,
rhetorical
Nate, and you're
question, but you don't
dysfunctional, and you're
have a
looking for
point,
help,
dude.
but you're not
That's
looking
why
for
you're
help.
called Nate.
Guys,
That's why you're
it doesn't
called
make any
Nate.
sense.
You wear your name very well.
I do.
Nate.
Nathan.
Nate
Well,
Bateman.
See, yeah, very well, dude. Very
Yeah.
well.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Well,
Go make some business cards.
yeah. I am Nate. I negate.
The reality
why I'm
is,
Nate.
if you really cared about, if you really cared, there's actually incredible opportunities waiting to be discovered right here and now.
Makes sense.
But see, the mind that's distracted, it loses focus on care. And Nate, your mind has been very distracted. Your behavior is erratic. You can clearly benefit from some support. I'm offering you my support freely, no charge. The only sacrifice is maybe your boredom, your lack of interest, distrust. But it's not just you, Nate, it's not just you. It's to anyone tuning in, anyone who is listening. I consider myself to be one who follows Jesus, devoted to God. I believe this is what God would do. What God wants me to do is make myself available for those who wish to connect or exchange ideas or support. Feel free to reach out to me.
I'm going to go, Jack. I've been disrupting the panel too long now. I'll talk to you guys later. We'll
You're
see you.
welcome to return when you want, but
Thanks,
thank you.
guys. Love you
Thank
guys.
you. Peace. It's part of our development, all of us. I've been learning to take these things less and less personal. But what's happening each day, guys, for me, I find it a little bizarre that people don't seem to really get on board with what I'm saying, right? Let's find peace, peace on earth.
Not be triggered.
What's that?
That's peace. Not be triggered. That's peace. Your
Yeah.
nervous system. You got to
That's
keep it
another one.
not triggered.
Thank you. You're right. That's a great part of it. Learn how to not be triggered. Learn how to relax. Learn how to surrender. I mean, all these different words for different people, it might be a different way. That's what it was for me. I know I found my way through different words, right? I heard different people had different experiences, things I wanted, but my path was different than theirs. And that's what I had to accept, is my path is different than others. So is yours, every one of us. The path of Jesus was different too.
So Jack, can we brainstorm why maybe people weren't picking up the message? Maybe God's playing, do we call it Monty of us?
There's a number of variables. I know primarily, I assume it comes down to karma. I've not become worthy enough for others to want to know, right? And that's on me. That means I've got to grow as a man and as a teacher, someone who can communicate. But one of the things I realized earlier, right, my self-evaluation, the truth is, sometimes I know I can come across real condescending. I can come across and I can sound like I'm a real dick, like I'm looking down on people and telling them what to do. But I swear that is not my intention. What I realize it is, that's how I've always talked to me, right? Because that's how a lot of people have talked to me. Real negative and condescending and no sympathy or bullshit, right? Just this is the way it is and you got to deal with it. Suck it up, buttercup. And that's kind of been the way I've grown. But if I come across as though I'm speaking down to you or someone, please feel free to check me, right? Feel free to let me know that that's how it's coming across. But most importantly, please know that that's not what I'm trying to do.
Jack, I've never had that experience, and I've never witnessed anything like it either. If anything, you have too much patience. Yeah.
Well, boy, thank you. This is the paradox of me, though. I'm also impatient, and I snap at people, and I get frustrated at people, and then that disappoints people. So I know where I've gone wrong, but guys, I'm confident God is writing an incredible story. My life is one. Yours is too.
So what if we try to change the strategy? What if we want to come across as arrogant as we possibly could? What would we change to do that?
Oh, I'd shut the door, first of all. I would not tolerate as much disrespect or foolishness as I do. That would be the number one thing. Because, and I've realized that was a mistake on me. You know, other people learn how to treat you based on, you know, how you allow them to treat you. And I've been mocked, I've been ridiculed, and I played along with the jokes. But the reality is, if I want people to take me seriously, maybe I got to take me seriously and stop putting up with such nonsense. I don't know.
Jack, can you watch a movie called Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze? I'm telling you, man.
I know
you
that.
You might laugh. JG's bringing up Roadhouse again. No, watch it.
I remember the movie. I watched it a number of times when I was younger.
Right. It's emotional intelligence at its finest.
Yeah. Hey, sorry to bounce from that, but Steelman, you might have something on there for me because I think this is true. Maybe I am patient with the wrong people and I'm impatient with the wrong people.
Yeah. Wow. That makes a lot of sense to me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am. Here, let's bring up Landry. And
I got
Doc.
one. Can you guys hear me? I got one thing to say. I wanted to apologize. Up while I was up here, I think I bore too much of my soul, and so I just wanted to say I'm grateful for the community. Thank you for listening to me. And there's always, if not a sense of joy or comfort in the present moment, there's always people and community. There's always our own sort of ability and our
you're
drive to
excused.
be leaders.
You're excused. You said
there's always something small, and so I wanted to deeply apologize for my behavior. I wanted to deeply apologize for taking a fake board meeting interview call, and I wanted to apologize for talking about my chronic masturbation habits.
Do you sense authenticity here, Jack?
Those are nothing.
I hope
those aren't anything. And this is the last thing I'll say. This is the last thing I'll say is a lot of us make a lot of mistakes. And so the beautiful thing about life is that God gives us forgiveness. The universe gives us forgiveness. We find forgiveness I find forgiveness in my sense of nature and the philosophies and religions I pick up, and then my experiences, right? That's the beautiful part of things. And so I wanted to deeply apologize for my conduct. I also wanted to assert that, yeah, if you take fake board meeting calls on the internet, it doesn't make you a simp. It doesn't make you clout chasing. It just means that, you're getting closer to being in the right room. And so those are all amazing things. And yeah, that's it.
So,
dude, that guy sucks, man. Every time he's on here, he just ruins what you're trying to do, Talcott.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I had a call to take too, but what I did was muted my mic, calmed down, took the call, brought attention to myself. It's very easy to do. It's not disruptive.
Yeah, but Hank, you're not intentionally doing some like psychopathic act like fucking Nate Bateman is. Like he's just telling us what he's doing. He's showing us what he's doing.
Well, he needs to do it better next time. We're not buying it.
One could say, don't let him on here. Ignore the gaslighter psychopath.
Right. That is
That's what a wise man does.
well, and that is it's always an option for me. But truthfully, I am a man of God. I'm devoted to faith in God, right? And that means learning how to just let things be and allowing the answers to show up when it's time for the answers to show up. So I've been learning how to be me in better ways, that's for sure, particularly since 2018. That's when my life began again.
So, JG, Jack and I are avid people watchers. We'll have people like that on our panels just so we can have observe what they're doing, and we'll take notes of it later or now or whatever, so we can use it later. So that's why we do that.
Right, and I've been doing that since day one. I mean, I've been doing that my whole life. You just study people, and you realize that people are how they are, and practicing Hmong is the way to go.
And sometimes it's not worth the Hmong. And sometimes it's not even worth the Hmong, right?
Well, sometimes we've seen enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are not as they seem, right? That's something we've got to recognize. But at some point, we've got to recognize, all right, I've seen enough. I know enough. I don't need to keep learning. I don't need to keep preparing. I need to do, right? That's where I feel we are with this United States government, guys. Okay, let's just play the first few minutes. First few minutes is about some of the conflicts and the wars, but
welcome to Democracy Now!
What's that?
I gotta say something. Democracy Now! Is a total joke. It's basically socialism now.
Is that what you say?
It's just right in your face. Democracy Now! It's
what's wrong with that?
There's no democracy here, man.
Well, maybe that's the point. Restore what's right in this nation, right? Showing, I mean, that's kind of what they do. The War and Peace Report and Democracy Now! They show how democracy is failing. It's falling apart. And they try to show the ways it's working. But guys, the only way it's going to work is if people get control of these systems. Right now, the systems have control of people. Here, just a couple minutes.
Now.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. President Trump's renewed his threats to attack Iran's civilian infrastructure, warning every power plant and every major bridge in Iran could be destroyed if the Strait of Hormuz is not fully reopened by 8 p.m. Eastern time this evening.
That's just over 2.5 hours from now. I don't know what has or has not changed, but we're coming up on that.
Speaking to Strait of Hormuz is not fully reopened.
Talcott, I'm sorry, I got triggered there. My nervous system got triggered. I lost my peace. I'm sorry.
You're good, man. I appreciate you being here. Thank you.
By 8 p.m. Eastern time this evening. Speaking to reporters Monday at the White House, he shrugged off questions about war crimes and threats against civilians, saying, quote, very little is off limits. Trump also claimed Iran, a country of more than 90 million people, could be, quote, taken out in one night.
Taking out a nation in one night. I mean, I know I used to say things like that real flippantly too, but this is a man who's actually in a position of influence and power. And for this little bit, I mean, this lack of decorum, this lack of civility, this lack of intelligence, I mean, this is just utter ignorance, what he's saying.
Where every bridge in Iran will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again. I mean, complete demolition by 12 o'clock, and it'll happen over a period of 4 hours if we wanted to.
Republican lawmakers defended the president's threats while Democrats condemned them as unhinged. Arizona.
I stand not with a political party, but I stand with those statements are absolutely unhinged. And that Secretary of War Crimes, Pete Hegseth, right next to him, man, those guys.
The Congresswoman, Yasmin Ansari, who is Iranian-American, called on Vice President J.D. Vance and Trump's cabinet to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Trump from office. She also announced she'll introduce articles of impeachment against Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, citing as, quote, reckless endangerment of U.S. service members and repeated war crimes, unquote. In Iran, state media reports U.S.-Israeli attacks targeted at least a dozen cities on Monday, killing at least 34 people, including 6 children. Among the targets was the Sharif University of Technology in Tehran, which was badly damaged by airstrikes.
So, yeah, take out elementary schools, take out universities, take out bridges, take out power centers. It's like Donald Trump said, send these people back to the Stone Ages. What in the hell?
University has been called the MIT of the Middle East. It's among at least 30 universities struck by the U.S. and Israel, according to Iran's Ministry of Science and Technology. Meanwhile, Iran missiles and drones continue to target U.S. military bases and other infrastructure in the Gulf countries. In Kuwait, CBS News reports 15 U.S. service members were injured in an Iranian drone attack on the Ali Al Salam Air Base. In Saudi Arabia, officials temporarily closed the King Fahd Causeway, the only bridge.
Yes, sir.
And mind you, I mean, Iran is actually one of the cradles of society, you know. Some people might even argue that the Garden of Eden was in Iran, right?
Heard that.
And well, if you look at the culture and, you know, at their history, you know, they're quite close to it. There might be a few decades off, but I mean, they're quite close to it, you know, so yeah.
Well, the thing, not just there's truly some disgusting choices that have been made in positions of leadership, right? I understand in Iran there's been not just the schools and the universities and the bridges and power centers, but also some of the historical sites have been targeted, right? And Iran,
that might be a big part of the whole agenda, right?
Well, that's what happened with Yemen too. Yemen's got an interesting history that I want to learn more about, but there's some incredibly amazing things, photographs and stuff I seen out of Yemen, and they were being bombed by.
I think that's part of the objective, you know, that's always been the objectives in most of the wars that we've seen. You know. What's up, Lubas?
Yeah. Welcome, Lubas. Yeah, I don't know.
What's up?
You
Sorry.
cleaned up. You cleaned up. I'd say you look better, but you still look the same.
I'm always going to be ugly, Jack, no matter what anybody says.
No, Lou. Your
Ugly
heart,
on the outside, beautiful on the inside.
that's
Isn't that
it.
all that matters?
Your heart is beautiful. It's your mind that's corrupted and dark. That's all it is.
And my penis is a little fucked up too, but other than that, I'm okay. Hey, you know what? I don't have any evidence of this, but I had an interesting thought. I wanted to know what you guys think about it in terms of the whole Iran thing. I mean, the mullahs that are in charge of Iran came in when was it, in the 50s or something? Where they took over Iran, where they took over from the Shah? 50s, 60s, 70s, something. Anyways, whenever they did take over.
wouldn't it be interesting if the mullahs are not actually Islamics, like Khomeini and all these people? And I'll give you why this came to me for some reason, and it actually came to me in a dream, and I think about it too much, so it comes to me in a dream. In Israel, they have yeshivas that they take in very young children, and from the time these children come into these yeshivas, from 3 years old and on, they don't speak Hebrew. They only teach them in Arabic, and they're used as infiltrators of the Arab, the
Where are we
Arabic.
going?
Let me get it out, and then you can say "fuck off,"
No,
and I won't say it anymore.
okay.
So they train these children. They grow up, and they don't learn Hebrew until they're in their 19s, 20s years old. And I believe that's what ISIS is. They're actually Israelis posing as Muslims, and I suspect it might even be the Muslims, the mullahs in Iran posing as Muslims that are in charge of Iran. Um, I don't know. What do you think of that crazy idea, Jack?
I don't know why I should think about that crazy idea, Lou.
Well, you don't have to, but do you find it interesting that Iran is bombing Tel Aviv rather than Jerusalem? Tel Aviv is where Netanyahu's greatest detractors are, and Jerusalem are his greater supporters. Why would they bomb his detractors? The ones that want to stop the war in Iran. That's who they're bombing, not the ones who want it to continue. So it's a little strange. Plus, they're all the Arabic countries around them they're attacking also. Does that make sense? I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense.
Well, if you look, you can make sense of it. But if you don't want it to make sense, you'll just stay confused.
Maybe. I
Because,
pride myself in looking at patterns, and I see a
Mhm.
pattern here. That's all.
Okay.
And
See,
Donald Trump
it's
is just playing his role. Like he has a role to
Okay.
play,
And
and he's going to
what
play it.
great. Right. And so what role are we playing? We just fucking spectators gossiping about what other people are doing?
No, we're participants, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. We accept the
Wow.
slavery that they've given us.
even you
No, I
guys.
want to write a new story, Lou. I've been saying this for a long time. Now, if you want to stay confused and just focusing on what other people are doing, well, kind of missing it, man. You're missing the whole point.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe.
I'd like you to give just a sliver of thought, right, to the possibility that this could be true. A world without secrets, right? We talked about earlier that lies create these wars. Well, lies exist because secrets are legal. So as long as we've got legal secrecy, we've got billionaires exploiting the poor. We've got this bullshit hierarchy that we call democracy, but what it is, it's an insane asylum where it's free range prison, right? The inmates police each other, and we pay each other to police each other and regulate each other and tax each other. And so, what if God wants mankind to be free? That's what I'm suggesting, guys.
Hold on, which God?
The
Right. The
God,
God
the
of
one
the God
God,
of
the true God.
well, is he the same God as the Old Testament, or is he a different God?
It's the God of the truth.
Yeah, I know, but there are two major books about him, from my understanding. That is the Old Testament, the Torah, and the New Testament. Which one?
So if you know
No,
the true God, like you said, why do you still have a question?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, ask that again. I might have missed the question.
So when Jack answered your question, he said the true God. And then you still had a question.
Well, to me, I see them as, or they're presented, at least in the writings they offer, I see them as presented as two different gods.
Thank you, Voy.
That's all. I'm just saying.
What if it's two different interpretations of the one God?
Might be. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it because I don't know how to read. So I might be misinterpreting it.
It all comes down
But I mean, in the
to
Old
what you
Testament,
find.
slavery is, part of the doctrine.
Right. Do you think that came from God or man?
I think all of it came from man, but that's besides the point.
All right. Well, if you bring what Jesus brought in, right? Because, and I can do a lot better job of going back and getting the specific resources and stuff, but there's people who know the Bible, and if they know I'm not wrong. There's points in the Bible that talks about how there's been distortions, right? Jesus talked to the Pharisees and the Sadducees, said, hey guys, you don't actually know and practice what you think you're doing, right? So there was lying pens of the scribes. There was misinterpretations. There was misapplications of the different rules. So from what I've been learning, and I trust, consider this too, guys. Should we find a way in this lifetime, and I believe it can happen in this lifetime, it doesn't have to wait till another one, but if we find a way in this lifetime for the state and corporate and banking leaders to agree, no more fighting, right? Let's work together to uncover and resolve what is true. Let's figure out the truth together. And I bet as we start looking back into the pieces of history, there's been hidden by the Smithsonian Museum, or that's been hidden in the Vatican vaults, or locked away for safekeeping. If we put people together and stop making everyone pay for everything, we could work together to discover how glorious our God truly is. How absolutely amazing humanity truly is. That's my dream, and that's what I'm living for myself, is what I hope for everyone to receive. A life filled with opportunity for knowledge, opportunity for exploration, discovery, health, of course. So Lou, what if it's true that God created this world and then somehow out of the blue, we found ways to change the world? What if that's true?
Well, I suspect that's 100% true.
Well, so what do we do with
Based
it?
on my view of it, for sure.
Well, what do we do with it? The idea is to change the world.
Well, number one, I believe that we're all God. We all exist.
Did he disappear or did I?
He got smited hard there.
All right. What was he saying?
He said that he believed that he was God, and then it all went black. So it was like a sign that he was wrong.
That we're all part of God, and that's the truth. If we unite with the truth, we restore a sense of sensibility, because when we unite with the truth here in the present moment, in this presence of everything, there is peace. Peace is eternally present, and it's here and now. It's just in the absence of the conflict and the fighting and the fears and the worries. And I believe this is a time of ascension. You can explain these ideas in so many different ways, But the revelation is now. It is as was the time of Noah, right? At the time of Noah, it's written there was some sick shit going on. And yet, at the same time, God had found the righteous and had them prepared. Now, I believe many of us have been prepared at this time because the covenant was offered. God's not going to wipe us out again, at least not in the near term. The covenant is for the relationship to be restored between man and God and Eden. It's here waiting for us, guys. So if we can, in this lifetime, find a way to restore sensibility, I know it has to happen it has to happen when we unite the power of truth and the power of love together. And that is actually what people have asked. What am I going to say? What am I going to do if I get in front of Congress? It is just that. My intention is that we, whoever is there, right? We present the truth from a place of love. So it's delivered with love. So the people in position of responsibility, they don't feel threatened or attacked. They actually welcome the idea. They invite it. And we let them realize that this opportunity to change the world has been given to them. We're just here to deliver the message.
Yeah, you said it in another way before. You said like a knowledge and beauty, right? Like truth and love, knowledge and beauty, same thing. Yeah. I mean, beauty is a big part of it. You know, beauty is a very prevalent part of nature, right? So it's,
What was it I said? I described beauty as the externalized activity of pleasure. Can you see that?
No, I'd say truth or results, but yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
All right. Hey, should we bring up chaos? Let me not jump the gun. Let me not describe. Please accept my apology, Matthew. I believe I'm going to bring you up for some polite and civil conversations. Today's the day. Snafu, how you doing?
For a leader, Jack. If I'm
never gonna say ever. Oh, sorry. Was my mic on?
Yeah, please.
Sorry.
I should do it on purpose. But for a leader, Jack, I'm surprised you have to ask the guy who just was doing that. Blah, blah, blah. But let me ask you this. Honest question. This is where I think you need Pastor Joshua on speed dial, because the doctrines are important. I saw Jeeps ask about the Old Testament versus New Testament. Well, if you guys would read, those ways are over once the veil was ripped. And that's why there's no more animal sacrifices. That's why there's a lot of things. So those who actually have studied and know the doctrines and know what's happening, prophecy is being fulfilled. And so my only thing on this one is when you do get into all this stuff, maybe you could, because he seems like someone that would be able to like biblically go over doctrines with you and say, well, you could use this and this to your points. And that's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Yep. If I get his attention again, I'll share that idea with him.
Well, and it doesn't have to be Pastor Joshua, just anyone who sees sound in the doctrine. Yeah. And he was one of the ones that you have met that I was like, okay, he seems pretty sound in the doctrine. It doesn't as long as someone's sound in doctrine.
I get you. And I appreciate the care.
And today is D-Day. I don't know if you saw my live today, but and I know you mentioned it. You could always pull it up and use it. But hey, folks, today's D-Day. While you motherfuckers are out there running around, doing the normal thing, pushing the normal buttons, doing the normal panels, the way we eat, drink, get our medicines, drive, infrastructures around the world could very well change drastically overnight. And that's real talk.
New World Order in effect. It's always been in
Well,
effect.
actually, the reality is with this closing of the Strait of Hormuz, whatever, we're seeing already around the world, there's been inflation, increase in fuel costs, right?
Yeah.
And the fertilizers, right? I understand this is a big impact on the fertilizers, which means if the farmers don't have that on the crops, it means there's a reduction in the food supply.
Well, okay. I got this clip, and you should share it if you're down. And it's a 45-second or 2-minute second breakdown of why it looks like we're losing the war, but in the end, it's not, because if you listen, it's a reset of the new policed world state. Okay, yes, we like a reset of the policed world state. And so, like, don't think that war doesn't make money. Don't think you could walk
Your
in
audio
India
is
or
breaking
China.
up. You're wearing out your audio connection.
Let me get that link real quick.
Hey,
It's
Jack,
important.
can I just give you a little
It's
bit of
better than
information?
Lou talking about slapping his meat,
Please go ahead,
eating
Lou.
balls and wings.
Snafu, do you want to play with my meat?
Please, no.
Listen, Jack, let me
Right now, pull it out.
you make whatever you want of this information, but I'll give you the information and you see if you can pull the pattern out of what I'm about to tell you. There is one type of food where you don't need fertilizer.
Mm.
Guess which one?
Meat.
Cows eat grass. And do you know that 90% of the land on Earth cannot be farmed for
Now,
plants?
Lou,
It
I
can
don't
only be
care.
pastured for
Lou,
animals.
Lou.
Just letting you know. You do
I
what you
don't
want.
care. Don't care. I'm
I-
tired of hearing it. It's not
I
related to
know.
anything I'm
I know.
doing, anything I'm talking about.
It's actually directly connected.
No, it's not. You find it to be in opposition, and I
No.
find it to be utterly irrelevant to what I'm doing.
Well, what if the reason we're in this paradigm where we need fertilizers is because, and where they push the idea that meat is bad, is because they're in
Lou,
control of the fertilizer.
Right. Control of everything, the subsidies, the costs, the budgets, the value of the money. Right. It's a bullshit society. Let's stop acting like just this one thing is the problem. We know it's a big problem.
I didn't say it's the problem. I said it's the solution.
Yeah, but Talcott, you're still using their fertilizer that they're giving you. The same.
Right. You shut up, please. I'm not using shit. You're just creating some case against me, and I'm getting bored of it, to be honest.
You're just getting triggered, man. Practice peace.
Well, I'm wondering, what is the point?
I dropped in your backstage, Jack. The land, and again, it's a very well thought, broke down piece. Now, again, puppets are put in place. This guy actually admitted that they're using his content to stir up the civil discourse through his optics of breaking down. You've probably seen this guy around lately. But again, it's one of the most valuable breakdowns of what we're witnessing to transition into the new police state world that they're doing with big tech and stuff. And again, tonight's D-Day, folks. Just like Hiroshima, just like that shit, it really could happen.
Why are you so afraid of that happening?
Or it's just fear mongering.
Right now, you like to get drunk. You like to turn on YouTube. You like to hang out with Jack. Well, guess what? If we go into a funk, you're not going to be able to do that anymore, boy.
You a question,
That's
and the next
why.
thing you do is an accusation.
Boy, I'm not necessarily worried. I'm telling you to be aware, you dumb fuck.
I'm sorry that you're trying to have
again. It's this ignorance. This is what
very, very, very sorry for you. I do. Yeah.
NPC, thank you for the support. Top of the morning to you. Good evening. And yeah, check these fools.
That guy's calling us fools. Isn't he a crackhead?
If you guys saw what I see, Yeah, fools is polite.
Isn't NPC the game diabetic? Maybe he does crack light.
I don't know.
Damn.
What?
I don't know.
Sugar-free crack.
What I do know is that the behavior that's been demonstrated on these live streams has not really been very healthy nor productive. And I believe sometime in the future, many people involved will be looking back with a little bit of regret, a little embarrassment.
So back to
Because
talking about peace.
What's
Back
that?
to talking about peace.
Yeah. Well,
Peace is available. Okay.
it actually is. And I'm inviting you, all of you who are here with me now and later, I'm inviting you to join me, right? Let's create peace on earth. It starts within each of you and you carry it. And the more you live with peace, the more you think about peace, the more you think about peace, the more you identify peace. And once you start identifying peace, you can see it hidden. You can see peace when it's not even there, just like you can see love when it's not even there. Right?
All right, Talcott.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
It's the
I've had
truth.
the police try to bait me in for a homicide. They're just fucking with me, just trying to trigger me and toy with me. I've constantly had the police trying to bait me in and trigger and toy with me. Do I stay peaceful, or how do you deal with situations like that?
Yes, you stay peaceful.
Number
110%.
one. Yes.
Stay peaceful,
Number
and then
one.
they
And
lock you up, right? What do you do?
I'm guilty of being the other way, reacting the other way, where I can be very hostile to these people because I realize what they're doing and it's demonic what they're doing. So I can get hostile, but actually reacting in a peaceful, loving way can be more effective.
It is.
Yeah, but Lou, what do you do
effective
when
than
they?
you.
Please,
Yeah.
Yeah, when they
please.
constantly push you and push you and push you, and they constantly keep fucking with you and disrespecting you. What do
It's
you
your
do?
chance. It's your chance to shine. Here, we've got another guest in the back. I don't recognize the face, but I hold faith this might be a good one. Let's
It's not about shining. It's about
welcome
reality.
Jim up. How are you today, Jim?
I'm doing good. Thanks for allowing me on.
Blessings to you. You got an interesting title for the authentication. Your channel name?
Alien Connection Truth Network.
Amen. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What do you familiar with here or?
Yeah,
please.
I've been watching for a while. Yeah.
What are your thoughts? What are you joining with today, my friend?
Well, I think we should focus a little bit more on nature itself. There are three fundamental sets of laws, which are man's law, which we know is corrupt, God's law, and then we have the laws of nature itself. And out of them three sets of laws, the only set that cannot be twisted or manipulated, changed in any way, are the laws of nature itself.
Could you let us know what those laws are?
Well, the laws of nature, for example.
Yes.
For example, we got to agree to the fact that we're living in an unpredictable, chaotic, unforgiving realm, number one. So we have natural chaos within nature itself as far as natural disasters. So therefore, man being a natural entity of nature itself, there'll always be chaos amongst men. That's why there always has been and there always will be.
Jim, what do you think about solitude? What are your thoughts on solitude, Jim?
Oh, solitude is number one, very personal and what one believes, I suppose. But I'm trying to put facts against belief.
There you go.
Because belief is not factual.
Yeah, it's just
it can
ideas.
be, but correct. So, what about you mentioned man against man, but what if we find a way to overcome man, right?
I'm in.
Well, as intelligent as we appear to be or want to believe we are, that's never happened yet.
Not yet.
And we had and we've had a long enough time to do so, if it was possible, right? In
Well,
other words,
Jim,
if we could, I would think that it would have been done a long time ago.
okay, Jim, I won't deny that. Okay, there's value in that. However, I actually think we're coming to this time where it's perfect. This is the time. We're at this time where there's a revival of the old information. There's an uncovering of the hidden information.
That's very true, but historically that's happened many times, which is called a reset.
All right, fair enough. And maybe that's what this is, but I believe a reset is exactly what this society needs. And if we can,
it probably wouldn't hurt.
well, this is where my own testimony, my own life gives me a wonder. Could I be like a symbol of the greater world? I was a high bottom drunk. I was an alcoholic, had all sorts of stupid ideas, and misled myself into a life of misery. But somehow, the grace of God, I found the willingness to change. And I think we can do that for America. America's like a high bottom drunk. We're not completely in the streets yet, but we've got a reputation of beating on the neighbors and abusing the women around us and all sorts of crazy shit. So what if we do an intervention on the United States government and we take over this place and America leads the rest of the world into true peace?
The only problem with that is we can do that if we unite, but there's never enough to unite at one time, see? Everybody's gung-ho, wants to make a stand. Then when it comes time to stand up, you look around and everybody else is gone, and there's only a few of us there. And that's the problem. That's how they keep getting away with it.
Jim, you're right. And that's the way it's been for a long time. But here's another piece of Jack's story. Seems every time I came around, I'd find an organization or a group of old timers, man, that have been fighting the fight and doing the good work since long before I even thought about joining along. But in my past, over and over, I found the old timers. I learned from them, and then we move forward, right? So you've been fighting the fight for a while, but there's new blood. And I actually think that's going to be part of this reset. I think some of us who have been fighting the fight different ways, we're going to be able to pass the batons on because there's some youth coming into this world. There's some youth in this world that are so inspiring and beautiful. And Jim, speaking of inspiring and beautiful, your beast, she's your dog.
Yeah, that's King.
King.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Beautiful, darling dog.
Thank you.
Earlier, can I clarify? Sorry, Jack, go ahead.
No, please go ahead, Lou. Thank
I
you.
just wanted to ask what he meant. What's this guy's name? I can't see it. Jim?
Jim, yeah.
You were saying about, I wasn't sure if you were saying that man is corrupting nature and turning it chaotic, or nature is chaotic, corrupting man.
Nature. Right, exactly.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. So you believe that nature is chaotic and that is what's corrupting man?
Exactly, because that's a natural element of nature, chaos.
Okay.
In the form of natural disasters, whether it be hurricanes, tornado, volcano eruptions, earthquakes. It's just a natural phenomenon.
What if they all have a purpose?
Well, they do, I'm sure.
I mean volcanoes, for example, because you mentioned volcanoes, they put out more carbon and CO2 into the, like one volcano that erupts, like whole completely blows up, can put enough carbon and CO2 into the atmosphere, more than man has put in his entire existence. Just one volcano. And there are thousands of them that are going off in the ocean all the time, right? Maybe they're a temperature regulation thing, and man gets in the way and gets killed. I'm just trying to break down the chaotic idea of it, and maybe saying that it might not be so chaotic. It might be pretty organized.
Well, the thing is, well, it probably is organized, you know, in the view of nature itself, whereas if X amount of lives don't perish, a given volume of X amount of lives don't perish at any given time, the world would suddenly be overpopulated. So this is
Right.
nature's way to balance the population.
I agree that's true. Yeah. I agree that's true. Like rabbits, for example, up in the north and here in our area, they go through a 7-year cycle. So after in 7 years, they become highly overpopulated, and then they get sick and they die off. They get
Right.
a disease and they die off, and then slowly they become again. So nature regulates them.
Right.
Great.
It's a balance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Let's do final words, please. I think it's time to start wrapping up.
Sorry, Jack. I don't mean to piss you off.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, you're aware of patterns. You pay attention to nature. I get it. But
I connected.
Mhm.
I've been able, in my mind at least, and again, I could be completely off. I've been able to connect it to what's happening in the world, like the war in Iran, like Donald Trump, like the whoever it is that's ruling us. I've been able to connect nature and that, and seeing the patterns between them, right?
But you're
And
not
yeah,
connecting the pattern and the link to me. That's
well,
the thing.
I'm here with you, so you know,
Mhm.
I'm not
Talking
here to
about
oppose you.
related things. I know, but
Not here to oppose you. I'm here to
not.
maybe add, maybe
Mhm.
give you ideas that might give you more ability to be more successful, possibly. I mean, you have to, you know,
They
you
were
get to
they
receive
were
what you receive.
Yeah, Lou. And if you don't give me things that are relevant, well, I guess I get what you offer. So thank you, Lou. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate your support. And soon I hope you understand what I'm doing.
Okay.
It'll happen. It will.
Don't get me wrong. I completely agree with what you want to do, Jack. I believe we should end wars and secrets.
You just don't want to take me seriously.
I didn't say that. You're saying you're reading into something that's not there.
I'm just going off of what I see, what I receive. I mean, it's not just you, it's this entire situation I found. It's been bizarre. I mean, I'm literally on here talking honestly, truthfully about my love of God. Okay, not religion, not a book, not a tradition, not rules, but my love of God and my absolute faith that maybe God can allow us to end wars and save some human lives. But hey, I guess the mating ritual of rabbits and how they relate and multiply and die, that's
I was
where the
just saying
conversation was going.
I was just saying there's an order to nature that many don't see. I see it. I mean, at least in my interpretation. And I think there's an order to this situation we're in also. I
Yeah.
mean, many people may suffer because of it, but there is somewhat of an order in the chaos that
Yes,
that
there
it
is.
that I believe is there. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm suggesting too, Lou. And I'm suggesting if we unite together, we can take this chaos, maybe stop murdering so many innocent people, and we can bring some actual order into this.
You're absolutely right, but try to get enough of us to do that at one time.
It doesn't take overwhelming numbers. It
Right.
requires the right amount of people. It requires people who are willing, people who are committed, and people who are at least wanting to understand. Because if anyone's willing and committed, if they want to understand, they can find a way. I mean, and that's where I'm at. I'm committed to this idea of,
That's you're exactly right, but there's got to be enough of them at one time to accomplish that.
No, I agree with Jack on this one 100%. It doesn't take a lot. I don't know if you ever heard in America they have groups, militia groups called the Three Percenters. And they call themselves the Three Percenters, I believe, because when in the creation of America, it was only 3% of the population that opposed King George, right? Or whatever his name was, King George.
right.
And so a very small group of people that took responsibility and were willing to stand for what was true and right
That's right.
created
But back
this
then,
idea of freedom. I mean, it soon got corrupted, but at least the idea was there, and it was successful to some degree initially.
right. See,
Right.
back then, number one, you had less of a world population. Number two, you had a kingdom to target. Today, you're up against an enemy that's invisible and spread worldwide. There's a big difference.
Yeah, that may factor in, but I don't think the odds of are changing because the masses, whenever they organize, they always seem to get it wrong. But when you get small groups of dedicated people that are willing to sacrifice and stand on truth, I believe it becomes much more successful in the long term. Right? Most people will go around, they'll pay their taxes, they'll get their licenses, they'll suck daddy governments whatever and say thank you for letting me suck your whatever. Right?
Yeah,
They'll never
we're born,
question they'll never
we're born
question it
slaves to
beyond that.
society. Yeah.
They'll never
Yeah, we're born
question what they're
slaves to
doing
society,
beyond that, right?
Exactly.
They just say, let me suck more. And they accept it and then complain.
I'll let you suck more, Lou.
People behave like what they've learned. What they've learned is most often what they've been shown. And what we've been shown in the past is not that healthy, guys. This is what I mean. We've got this Epstein class and all this known corruption in our governments and corporations. Why? Because the standards have been dropped, right? Freedom and morality, those two things go together. Well, I suggest the evidence shows that the American morality has dropped to the point that our freedom is disappearing. That's why we've got a commander-in-chief that's deploying National Guard troops into the states areas and neighborhoods, right? Guys, what's going on today is a little bit unique, but it's worth our paying attention. And I really think it's worth our maybe interrupting rather than planning on, continuing to go to the same work schedule for the rest of the year or planning some vacation in some imagined future. Let's spend some time truly trying to make a difference in this world. Please.
You know what I think was the pinnacle of immorality?
Please.
When you went to 9 Inch Nails and you didn't invite me.
9-inch nails. That's an interesting weren't the nails that were put into Jesus's hands and feet 9 inches or something?
It's a sort of a juxtaposition, isn't it? You'd expect that he's listening to like Cat Stevens
stuff. No, dude. Trent Reznor and 9 Inch Nails is one of my favorites, that's for sure. I was into some sick and twisted stuff. I got into the mainstream propaganda and the tools of celebrity a little bit.
You know that Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson are going on tour again.
I did not.
You're not
That's
invited,
fascinating.
fucker.
Not yet. They just haven't met me yet.
No, I mean, I'm not inviting you to go with me.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually applied for press passes, and I'm still in the review period.
Really?
Which is, yeah, because I was like, because I put 2 tickets in the car. They're building a new concert venue out here that nobody's been to, and so it's, you know, it's got all the pumped up prices, and I put 2 tickets for me and Katie, and it was like $600. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try something. So I tried to apply for a press pass with my YouTube channel, and it's still under review.
Dude, why not? That'd be pretty cool. No, when you were saying you were going, I was joking. I thought you meant on tour with them.
No.
I'd go on tour with them a little bit. Marilyn Manson, I'm not so sure. I've got mixed things on him. I've heard a lot of stuff, but Rob Zombie, he's someone a trip, man.
And you wouldn't be afraid of getting tied up into the back of the bus and just constantly abused for the entire duration of the tour?
No, dude. They'd love me.
Oh,
I hope
that's
you get
they
it too.
would. They might love you a little too much, Jack.
No, guys, this is what I mean. I know who I am. I'm comfortable in my sexuality. I'm comfortable in where I can go and what I can
It's the
do.
rest of us that are uncomfortable in it.
That could be. That could be. But I actually think that old Donnie Trump and some of those other guys, I think they'd love me once they got to talk to me. I think one conversation would open it up. And
Can you pull up You Tell Me's last comment? That's probably the truest. For a man that I don't think of as saying lots of truth in particular, that's the truest thing that I think I've heard him say in a minute.
This one?
Yes.
TML, like a Pakistani Rob Zombie. A little bit, maybe. In a positive way, a good way. I get it. A dark look for sure. But yeah, I think if Donald Trump met me, I think he'd understand what I'm talking about. I think he might be radical enough to actually explore these ideas with me. And you know what? He could invite me to go to the UFC fights he's hosting in June at the White House.
Wait a second. What about the peace?
That'll happen before that, right?
Okay. We got to get in that good violence before peace sweeps it all away.
No, we're going to have the peace, and then we'll have the UFC fights, and then, you know, the parties and shit after that. I don't know. Hey, actually, I think Trump would be like, wow, Jack, you're right. I could be a good guy. I could be a lot better guy. I'm going to be a better guy now, Jack. Thank you. Thank you for these polite conversations. Thank you for the support, for committing yourself to coming out and making sure this happened, right? Not just for Donald Trump and his family, because his family deserves a better dad and a better husband. But the nation sure deserves a better commander-in-chief, and the world deserves better representation from America. How about that?
Hey, Mitch says that the Bilderberg meetings are in D.C. this year.
Are they? I thought they just had those recently.
I feel like Mitch probably pays attention to that stuff.
He probably does. Let me see it.
Maybe we could get Snafu to try to.
You could apply to be a server at the Bilderberg Group and get close to some of those people.
This week? This week. I might have to go to look, see what I can find.
Bilderberg ain't ready for Jack.
Well, today's what? Today's Talcott Tuesday, right? So
I just suggest you don't try to chart like what you. I don't know if you got tackled outside the White House. If you try to charge Bilderberger Group, they might just shoot you.
I'll introduce myself first, and then we'll see.
I'm Jack
Well, the reality is, yeah, and Red 40, no, I believe that Trump doesn't respect or appreciate polite. He might appreciate it. He doesn't respect it, I don't believe. Him and his frat boys.
I don't know if Red 40 saw my shout out the other day, but salute to Red 40 for alerting me to Rat Blood and Tarek and Brown's bitch all scheming on how to take down the Panelverse.
Ooh.
By snitching
Well,
by filing IRS reports.
That's all they do.
What?
I mean, that's
My
their
God.
whole world is about scheming and jealousy and clutching for power and vagina optics. Really wet, disgusting, smelly vagina optics. I mean, it's their brand. These
True.
people.
That's true.
Yeah, good on Red 40 for looking out. And yeah, some of these characters, man, they spend so much time and energy just trying to make others look bad.
Hey, Jeep's had a good idea, Jack. You can go sneak
What?
into the builder to the Grove. When is it again? She said it's
In July.
Bohemian Grove in July. I mean, it's really just it's just a fence you got to cross. If you get in between the security guards and you get over the fence, you're in. I mean, if
All
you
you need is
dress
a
right,
good pair of so a black turtleneck and some bolt cutters, and you're in.
yeah, you dress right, you get into the group, and they, oh, who are you? Well, I'm I don't know, governor of fucking Talcott. Good to meet
Their
you, sir.
party. It's their party, and we're not invited.
And they'll, they might have, where's Talcott? Well, it's a land that's small but growing. Our motto
It is growing, isn't
love.
it?
Of course it's growing. Are you kidding? There's no one at this point. Jack is the most consistent on here.
Oh,
I
that's
think it's-
right. Huh? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it's funny how many concubines have taken Jack's last name.
It's yeah, it's growing.
You're
It's
building
growing.
quite the harem out there.
Hey, and speaking of, what's the right term? Well, I'm casting bait. I'm casting lines out to see if I can attract other folks. I kicked a little fiat to Jim Bob earlier today, a couple donations to get his attention. He was trying to talk capitalism and economics, and he said some shit about me too. So I'm like, hey, yep, it's time. Let's have some conversation.
I saw the title of his stream caught my interest, but he goes all over on tangents, and so when I was watching, I didn't catch he was too far off on a tangent for me to know where he was at on that.
He's a trip. He's funny. But yeah, yes, Austin, I shared some of your money with Jim Bob.
You can tax deduct those as business expenses.
You know what? That's the thing too. With this tax system, you can get creative and you can write off all sorts of things as long as you can prove some sort of connection. It's not so bad.
Austin, send more money, please.
Austin.
Jack, what are your thoughts on darkness? Do you think it's negativity, or how do you perceive it?
It's an interesting question, but my first thought is the absence of light. It's all that darkness is.
Well, I think darkness usually gets a bad rap. For example, everything that comes into existence comes from the darkness and into the light. I was in the womb for 9 months before I traveled down the tunnel and into the light. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All the earth that the sustenance provides for our survivals grows out of the darkness of the ground and into the light. After a hard day's work, we go home exhausted, lie back, shut our eyes, and slip into the tranquility of darkness. Right?
Amen. That's what
Jim, you have an excellent narrator's voice. I want when they do a biopic on me, I want you to narrate it.
All right. I've always been told that all my life. Yeah.
You do.
King wants to get in on it.
Oh man. How long have you had him?
Actually, he's going to be a year old in June.
Oh, okay. So not that old.
No, he's a big boy.
Yeah,
he's a big boy.
Yeah, you do have a great voice and perspective. I appreciate you, Jim. I like what you're bringing today. Sincerely, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And then we've got guests like Landry. Welcome back, Landry.
Yeah. I like Jim. Who's Jim? I didn't catch Jim. He's a friend of Flow State.
Jim is Alien Connection Truth Network.
Wait, Alien Connection?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a channel?
It's I got a Facebook page. There's over 100,000 members on it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually an abductee.
Are you really?
Yes.
Is that what this is? Your story?
Did they penetrate your ass?
Are we being abducted right now?
No, but matter of fact, my experience is unique. Actually, post abduction, I was left with a tattoo that resembles an alien gray.
You're saying the aliens did that to you?
Yep.
You sure it wasn't a blackout drunk episode?
I need to go get another pack of cigarettes for this.
Both can be true, Lubas.
This is
okay.
You are fascinating, my friend. And so, how old were you then with this? Please.
That was in the late fall of 2012, I believe.
Okay. How old were you then? Or now? Either way.
Right now, I'm 72.
Can we talk? Is this maybe if this is okay? Talk like history of drug use, substances, psychedelics, things of that nature. None.
I don't even drink.
And you didn't back then either.
The only bad habit I got is smoking. That's it.
Wow.
Cigarettes?
No, not weed. Not weed. I smoke these cigars. Yeah.
Are we sure they're not the alien abduction cigars?
No.
There's got a special little ingredient to them.
No, it's just regular cigars.
So do you talk about this experience of yours often?
I
Is that what you're doing?
I got a group on Facebook. It's over 100, I think 120,000 members.
Wow. Other folks, well, I'm sure, probably a big collection of a variety.
A lot of abductees.
That's a good question. Is it a lot of other abductees?
Well, yeah, there's been the reason why I created it was for a platform for those who may have had the same experience to be able to relate to it without ridicule.
Do you remember the abduction?
Good for you.
I have phases, like I can't remember it totally. Not a clear vision, no.
You think you could do it in like a storyline if we wanted to like do a recreation using modern day technology?
Well, maybe hypnotic regression or something like that. Probably, sure.
Sounds dark. Hypnotic regression.
What Triple M is asking is, could you put it into a series of AI instructions?
Maybe that was Triple M in 2025. Real Triple M 2026 wants to make it actually happen again.
You're right. I forgot. New Triple M is out on the streets. He's a man on the land.
No, it's more, because that makes it sound more Tommy-esque than I'd like. Hi, Gabe.
Hey, Landry, how's it going, bro?
Good, how are you?
Hey, greetings.
Hello? It's going. What's up, Jack? Yeah.
How you doing?
I hope you're doing good.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
I just wanted to say your comment you put up, like, I don't hide people. I don't.
Hello?
What was the comment?
Well,
it was about his shitty internet.
Oh, did somebody hide your comments?
No, I think
El Perro was saying
Hello?
that NPC was hiding his comments. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I got.
It was probably Shadow Buddha.
No, I think he says.
Okay.
No, I don't think he's a mod here. Only yours.
I thought you meant
probably.
on your channel.
You're out of line. No, I wouldn't do that on Jack's.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The only person I had on Jax is Red 40.
Wait, so hold on. I want to ask a question here, right? So there's two possibilities here, right? One person is lying or the other person is lying. And I like to figure out these things to the because they're provable.
Yeah.
And I would love to know who's lying.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Jack or any of the mods can check to see who's the one that's hiding things. Actually, it's kind of confusing. His comment, it says I'm hiding profiles. Now, I don't think you can hide profiles as a mod. Maybe he means comments. And what channel is he talking about? I don't know. So
I don't know. I don't
mean to disrupt it on this low level stuff, Jack. Sorry.
No, it's not low level. It's integrity is important.
I'm talking to Jack. Well, that's true. Why are you laughing, Plus?
Because I feel like Landry's here, like with the big spoon, just stirring.
He's stirring your loose ball of loose cereal.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
I
Jack.
remember something similar happened here with El Perro and Jeff one time, where Keith said one thing was true, and then I don't think we ever proved who was lying. So now I'm even double interested.
Actually, if we don't mind, I would like to get back to Jim's story. I mean, it's truly fascinating.
About the abduction, sure, I can explain that.
Yeah.
It was the late fall of 2012. I was home in front of my computer. It was about, the last thing I remember that night is I used to drive bus. It was before I retired. And I had to get up like 3 o'clock in the morning. So when I sat in front of the computer, I noted the time at the lower right-hand corner of the monitor. It said 9:15 p.m., right? So I sat down, and the next thing you know, I'm coming to, and I'm in a daze. And I'm looking around the room. I glanced over at the alarm clock, and it said 2:57 a.m. So all of a sudden, I felt an intense burning sensation on my right forearm. And of course, to my surprise, beside myself, I seen this tattoo that depicted an alien gray. And it took me a long time to psychologically come to terms with that. I held that in for about 1.5 years before I began to feel comfortable again in my own skin and begin to relate to it and start talking about it.
Did it have all? Do you have other tattoos?
Yeah, I do.
Did it have all the? Was it sore the same way? And
well, I'm glad you brought that up. A conventional tattoo with needles in the ink, they scab up.
Yeah.
When they heal, and it takes like 7-10 days to heal. This one here didn't scab up. It blistered, and when it healed within 3 days. And when it healed, it peeled like a sunburn.
Did you put lotion and stuff on it? Like, did you take care of it?
No, I didn't put anything on it.
Jim, where do you think the Greys are from, and what do you think their purpose is, their mission?
I think what they are is scouts. Actually, they're more they're biological, but they're not. They're just scouts that I think try to communicate with human beings. I mean, I've got different messages from them now and then, telepathically.
Why'd they pick you?
I have no idea. I'm sure
They
I'm
thought
not
he was
the
one
only
of them.
I don't know. That I wouldn't be able to answer.
You know, I've heard of so many different mysterious testimonies and experiences of people. I really don't doubt people's stories anymore, but it makes you wonder. Really makes you wonder.
Did you go ask your tattoo artists if they did that? The ones who had done your previous thing?
Well,
Did you go?
I've had tattoo artists look at it. When I first got it, they claimed that it didn't look like a regular tattoo. It was different somehow, but I mean, I guess, what I should do is maybe go to a doctor where he can take a sample of the ink and maybe test it. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know how long it was before the abduction that you got your last tattoo, but I'm trying to, if I was in your shoes, the first thing I would do is go to my last tattoo artist and say, "Did you put this on me?"
Well, no. The way it healed, I mean, I knew he didn't, because it healed like a sunburn instead of a regular tattoo.
All right.
Hey, are you married?
I was at one time.
Okay. How long ago?
You said it took you a year and a half to become
Just
comfortable.
like all of
with
us
it.
except for Gabe.
Took you a year and a half to become
Going
comfortable with
strong.
yourself again.
You're basically Mary Floster.
That's true.
Well, yeah, because I had to keep rationalizing. I mean, I was beside myself. I didn't know what to make of it. I mean, I didn't know what to even consider it was to myself, never mind anybody else.
What do you think, Jack? I know I can't say certain things here, so I don't want to go against him because he's a new member. We want to keep him around. We love him. Very kind. So maybe I should just exit.
Choose love, brother. Choose love.
That was the closest thing to goodbye I've ever seen out of Landry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's very
It was-
creepy. He creeps in
it
and
was
out
still-
like some kind of weird stalker.
It was definitely awkward, but it was such an improvement. You're right, though. It's still an improvement. So baby steps, right?
I heard you the other day, Gabe, when you were like, "Bro, will you just say bye or something when you leave?"
Yeah, I had the speech ready to tell him, but he didn't even give me a chance. He just left. Yeah.
But I think he heard you because that was the most goodbye.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh, planting seeds.
That's what it's about.
Soon he'll be able to say goodbye just like that, just like a normal person.
So, Jim, not to keep going with this, but I am curious in some of the questions I saw too. So, after the incident, you had further messages you received. What type of messages? You willing to share some of that?
For example, they claim there's no separation between yin and yang. It's all one energy. The only difference is how we perceive it and choose to utilize it.
You speak in Talcott's language. These are Talcottian aliens.
Hell yeah. It is. See, it's
holy.
It's what I feel. I think the ETs, they're smarter than us. They're higher level consciousness than us. But
are they saying that? Sorry, Jack. Are they saying that love and hate are the same?
Well, I would say that what I've learned through them that hate, love and hate are states of mind, and proof of that is where love can lead to hate.
Love can lead to hate through proof of that. Proof in the mind. Yeah.
Right.
Duck, welcome back to you.
Here's our resident alien.
Hey, good to see good to see everyone.
You as well, brother. You good?
Yep, I'm just hanging out.
All right.
He just came up here to show us his thick, luxurious hair. Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
It is good looking. So, Jim, I'm sure you've asked yourself, have you come up with any reasons of why you, or what the purpose might have been?
Yeah, I mean, I mulled it over in my mind, but that's a question I wouldn't be able to answer.
Sure. Not definitively, of course.
Right. Right. I mean, I wondered that, yeah.
Well, if anything, based on that experience, you've created, as you said, another group with over 100,000 people joining together, right? Creating a space for that. And even if you're not...
I figured I'd build a platform where they feel comfortable, being able to relate to whatever they experienced without being ridiculed.
Do you ever meet people who were abducted but don't realize it?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. One way of telling is missing time,
I've heard that.
One of the abduction stories that I think is authentic is the abduction of Bonnie and Betty Hill.
Right.
Because first of all, that was matter of fact, coincidentally, they got abducted on my 8th birthday, September 19th, 1961. And
what's your mother's maiden name?
My mother's maiden name.
Stop.
So anyway, they were an interracial married couple, right? Mm-hmm. And back in the 60s, that was taboo. So I would think that at least they would, the last thing they would have wanted done was bring unintentional or unnecessary attention upon themselves in that respect, if it were not true.
Right. Yeah. They wouldn't want to bring that out.
That's right.
Well,
that's right.
Yeah.
Duck, are you in bed? Are we mid-session right now? What's going
on? Yeah. It reminds me of that, just where I'm at, my physical space in my mind reminds me of this. It is a melody from Death Cab for Cutie accompanied by lyrics. And it goes, love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind to follow you into the dark. No blinding light or tunnels to gaze of white. Just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. And if heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. If there's no one beside you when your soul embarks, and I'll follow you into the dark. Lala doesn't even have like a real picture. She looks like an AI waifu in her PFP, and so she's lying to everybody out here. She's saying things all the time about, I'm Lala Blue. Maybe you're Lala Green, Lala Lulo. Maybe that's not even your real name or your real numbers.
No, they claim that we're made in God's image, right? So we're part of God. So if we have an ego, we can imagine how big God's ego must be. So God God's alter ego.
Shouldn't it be the same
So-
if we're in His image?
So what we consider Satan, could that be simply God's alter ego?
You know,
That's
but
what
you know, that you're talking about the God who sent his son to get crucified, though, Jim. And so I think when Jack talks about God and he helps talk to me about God questions, he says all these types of things about he spends his time talking about these how we live with love and no fear and with peace and stuff. So I think it's a different God. That's what I'm saying.
It's all one. There is only the one. But it's the one that reveals all that's true. And the truth of the past, it's been ugly. There's been wars, there's been slavery, there's been deception and sacrifice. But I don't think, while it is true that God so loved the world, he sent his only son, right? That story, that part, you can take it for what it is true. But it's not so much he sent his son to be sacrificed. He sent the world his son so that we could know the truth of God's glory, God's mercy. See, that's the part of the puzzle. It's hard to accept that there's mercy in this story of sacrifice and brutal murder. But it is, because we get to live today. We don't have to live today. We get to live today.
Did
Jack,
you hear
that's
that,
a whole
Lou?
different
You don't
type
have
of-
to
That's
keep
a whole
living.
different type of fucked up. Sorry, Dusty, give me a second. That's a whole different type of messed up. When, like, let's say so I do church on Saturday or Sunday. And then, like everyone else, I got my week I go about.
Do you jerk off before or after church?
Why is that mutually
Uh,
exclusive?
That's kind of a really weird. I don't know why you're asking me that right
because
now.
you say
but-
you have we're jerking off addiction. Do you
It
do it
is.
before?
It
or
could be
after?
an inappropriate question, though, too.
Well, I think it's very appropriate.
It's okay.
He's trying to get over his addiction to jerking off, and maybe there could be indications if he's doing it before or after church.
Hey, Lou, do you realize that there's a new man here and you're talking like that, bro? Like, come on, show some respect, man.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thanks, Carbo. Zabro,
Welcome, Doug.
let's go.
I'm sure Jim.
What up, Doug? I love your voice. It makes me sad though sometimes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel it.
Hell yeah.
So I lost track. I thought Duck was saying something there. But,
I was talking about so I try to get closer to God because yeah, I'm an atheist. I'm a Buddhist. Oh, doggy. I'm a Buddhist atheist. And
yeah, why
yeah,
not?
and I like sniffing Christian farts, Jack.
All right.
It's one of my favorite things to do. I sniff Christian farts at the grocery store.
Now
I
you
sniffed
get
them when I
why
got abducted
asked
by
him that
aliens.
question, Jack. Now you're getting it. This
I'm
guy
always
is just a
sniffing farts, dude.
mockery. He's a human mockery.
It's fascinating. It really is fascinating.
He's here to mock you, Jack.
No, he's here doing what he said. He said earlier he uses this to kind of explore himself and to connect with others, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, the difference between what Duck is doing and you, Lou, is that Duck is being like kind of playful and still staying on topic. I mean, you are too, but he's not as crass as you're being. I think that's the difference I see. You know,
sometimes. I mean,
well, sometimes, yeah, you're right. I'm talking about now. You say stay in the now, right? I mean, he hasn't gone there yet. Yeah.
Well, today several times Duck has kept.
I think what Gabe is referring to is that Lou has a tendency to be more aggressive in his demeanor than Duck
Fair
does.
enough. Yep. Well explained again, Dustin.
Gabriel, are you afraid of the human body and its functions?
Absolutely not. I'm a Scorpio.
So
I cannot.
why
We
are
dwell
you so
in the
offended?
genitals.
Why are you so offended by a simple term like jerking off?
Oh, I'm not, bro. It's not. It's just like right now,
Yeah.
what we're doing right now. It didn't seem like it was,
Well, do
Doc
you
was
think that Duck
driving with
was being
a calf.
sincere? Do you think that
Lou,
Duck, with his story, was being sincere?
Lou,
Because I
you're
didn't see
missing the
it.
point again, dude.
Okay, I'll try to catch up.
Can you grow your beard again? It makes your double chin look smaller.
I didn't even look like Lou. I'm used to right now. It's on my phone right now. Is that Lou really? Is he wearing a mask? Oh, there's Lou right there. Okay, there he is right there.
It looks different.
That angle was weird.
People don't understand perspective. These cameras give a perspective. So if I go out like this and the top, I'm going to look, and if I go down, if I put my hand out, looks like I got a giant hand. So if I go back, looks like I got a giant neck. My neck's closer to the camera. People don't understand perspective.
Okay, speaking of
At least
perspective,
unintelligent people like the powdered cucky.
I got a question, Lou. Hey, Lou,
I'm not
have you
interested.
ever
Ad hom.
have you ever janked it so hard that while you were janking it,
What
it
are
just
you
became the
doing,
case?
Doc? Doc,
I'm interrogating Lou Boss, sir.
but come on, the topic and
The fucker.
person-
What did I say wrong, Jack?
You're going back to topic of masturbation again, Duck. Why?
It's Lou's masturbation, Jack. It's not mine.
Even more so.
Not mine. I was asking
Why
whether
in your mind on Lou's practices of masturbation? Why?
Because I can see he's got a jizz stain on his shirt and he's got Jesus hanging around his neck. That's disrespectful to a guy like me who respects world religions.
on,
I took religions 201 in college, and so
I take my comments back.
Judeo-Christian.
I take my comments back about Tuck for today. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But back to Jim.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that?
Like, keep your attention off me.
The man has 100K plus followers, bro. This is golden.
Yeah.
Like, and an interesting story. Do you think that those aliens may have actually don't have human beings best interests? Did you ever think about that, or do you think that they're neutral? Or
Gabe, okay,
I'm
that's
asking
enough.
Jim.
That's my theory. This is my
I'm
theory.
asking Jim
This is my
first.
theory, Gabe.
Duck. No, I don't want to. I want to hear it, but I'm asking Jim first, though. You're next. Yeah.
Believe it.
Hello.
What was the question?
Oh, I was going to say, do you think that the aliens have the humans' best interests, or don't, or don't have their best interests, or are they neutral? What's your thoughts on that?
I believe they have our best interest because they're advanced technology. If they want to obliterate us, they could have done it a long time ago.
I think they're tired of gray pussy. They want something more pink.
True. Come on, man.
I mean, it's
I
as
think,
logical as anything else.
I think they're also on a mission to protect themselves in a way, because when we have nuclear weapons, we can affect them. For example, if we were to disintegrate this planet, there would be no Earth's gravitational pull would have a domino effect on the rest of the solar system, which would in effect affect them. So to protect themselves, they have to make sure that we don't do anything foolish like that. I mean, there's been reputable news outlets that report that they've been seen over different military silos worldwide, where they have the capability of shutting down the energy to the nuclear missiles, and it takes them another 24 hours to reboot them. So that tells me they're doing their homework, that if we ever decide that we're going to ignite them, they'll be there to stop it.
Why wouldn't they abduct Donald Trump if that's the case?
They probably have.
Well, that could be, but actually, I believe that there may be contracts and actual collaboration between people in state and government with some of these extraterrestrial. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read that before.
Definitely.
And then I also believe that what you said, it's a, for lack of better words, it's a race of beings with a supreme intelligence, a higher level of thought and awareness than us. And they don't want to see us blowing ourselves up or blowing up this corner of the universe. But I really believe it's like Star Trek. There's the no interference clause, right? They want to let us develop on our own. So I think what's going to happen is when mankind wakes up and we stop trying to murder each other, we'll probably have support and resources from across the universe.
Jack, did you just reference Star Trek and the what was it called? Oh, geez, they had
I can't remember what they called it.
There was a term for it where non-interference, but there was what was the term? Somebody got to know in chat.
Someone knows it. Yeah, someone knows it. And it's not that non-interference. It's something else.
Something else, yeah. Where they can't interfere in the growth of a population or a planet. That was
In other words, we got free will. They can't.
Prime directive.
Prime directive. That's it. Yep.
But it was more. It was explain more of it. Hey, real quick, Insane Wheels, blessings to you, brother, for the contribution and encouragement. Folks, support Jack's channel in the mission. Hit the like, if you will. Don't forget that.
Or don't
And that's
hit
Mike
it.
Ball. Shout out to Mike Ball.
Just
Good
push
man.
it gently. You don't have to hit it.
Hey, and yes, that's Mike Ball, Insane Wheels. He does the news each and every day, each and every weekday. And he's got some good stuff too. But this is what I mean. We're living at a time where the news is, man.
Yeah. I mean, Jim, the news cycle is crazy. Every day gets ratcheted up. Jim, you said free will. So do you think that maybe these aliens could stop the nuclear weapons, but they want us to make the decision on our own?
Exactly.
Like for our evolution of consciousness?
They realize that we have free will individuals. They don't want to force us to make any decisions.
Yeah.
But if need be, they will stop it if they have to.
Yes. And that's like what an older brother or older sister would do, right? Looking out for the young ones. And that's what we are.
Exactly.
We're the younger children of consciousness.
An older sibling also might just fuck you up for the fun of it.
Yes, they would. I did that to my sister and my brother.
That could be what they do with the cows when they abduct the cows or the probing.
Right.
They're just fucking around. The little teenager grays are fucking around people. Pranks.
Or putting tattoos on people like Jim.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Some trickster energy.
Yeah. It's interesting. Here, Logical Spark pulled it up. I think this is it. In the Star Trek universe, the Prime Directive is a United Federation of Planets code that prohibits Starfleet from interfering with the natural development of alien societies.
Right.
That's right.
That's
the
Prime Directive. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But that gives me, what's that?
No, please go, Jack.
Well, this is some of the far out and crazy thoughts I've considered. If all things are possible, and in fact, I mean, I've heard enough testimonies and stories from people. This reality is far more than what we have thought. And so what if we are living at this time where the fulfillment of prophecy, where mankind unites together to become this body of Christ, to live as more saintly individuals all around the world, right? And so mankind not only stops its fighting, but now we've got support from the more advanced, the older brothers and sisters of consciousness. we start bringing in some of the alien technology, we can repair and restore our planet so quickly. I'm sure they'd help us clean it up.
I don't think we
That
can
gets it.
damage the planet, Jack.
We
I
gotta
think the
we
only
gotta
thing we
show
could damage is ourselves. The
we gotta
planet
show that
has been here before us, and it'll be here after us.
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that we can't damage it. Like I agree with you in the sense that the planet's going to be here regardless, but doesn't mean we can't hurt it. You know what I mean? Maybe it won't die completely, but it's not good to. We should tread lightly more in general, I think.
If the planet wanted it, we'd be treated like a bad case of fleas.
Well,
You
that's
know?
kind of what we are. We've developed into the parasitic aspects of nature. We're just sucking off the host and bringing disease. But
You'd like it if we were just sucking off the host, wouldn't you?
That's right, Mother. That's right, Mother Earth. Mother
Come
Earth
on,
has cancer.
Jack. Don't take my shtick.
For some people, the host is sucking off the parasite too. It goes
That's
back both
exactly
ways.
right, though. That's exactly right. Mother Earth has cancer. We're all individual cancer cells on Mother Earth.
We are.
I don't buy that bullshit one fucking bit. That's such a
Well, look at the
Almost good on
ratio of consuming or producing. I mean, we live in a world that celebrates consumption and waste. And
That's right.
if we changed rather than being parasites, if we actually became what's the word from the Bible?
more like the natives. Hey,
Or you
Jack,
can be
more like the
symbiotic
natives.
relationship.
The original natives.
Dominion, right? If we were actually caretakers of this land, of the animals, we could seriously restore our agriculture practices. We could clean up our oceans. We could start addressing all the microplastics. I mean, because Lou, you're right. Mother Earth doesn't need us. But long after we're gone, these animals and shit in nature, the fish, they're going to be processing the chemicals and shit we've been pumping out.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. I think she needs us, but not what we. She doesn't need what we've been doing lately. But I think we are really the caretakers in the cells of her. You know, it's just we need to get back on purpose, the true purpose.
Should we be more like the natives, the original natives on this land, on like say America, for example? Would that be a better way of living?
Of course.
With a twist, though, I think the old ways are great. And we can learn from them. However, there's a reason why us modern people are here. We have to add our own unique way to, push the story along.
The natives would burn down hundreds and hundreds of thousands of acres of forest every year.
Okay. And they also didn't in other ways too.
Just truth, that's all. Look into it.
I know. I appreciate it. Guys, I just realized I was ready to shut down, and that when Powder Dust
Jack.
and he was
Well, I got no place else to go.
He was an encouraging part for me to continue.
That explains it.
I am ready to start that.
All right, Jack. Thanks for having me up. Nice to meet you, Jim. Good to see you, Powdered, and Lou. Keep meeting Lou.
Thanks for having me.
MPC, listen, if you go to Jim's channel, he might expose you to his 100,000 followers. I'm sure that's why it came up, my brother. But it's okay. We still love you.
No, that's not that serious, bro. It's interesting enough. That's how you think. But good luck to you, Jim.
I don't have a channel. You do.
Maybe you should, so we can go to your channel and disrupt and have fun.
Yeah, that would be. I would enjoy it. I would allow it to happen.
Thank you, Gabe. Blessings to you, brother. Appreciate you. Lou, final words from you. I'm going to kick
I
you
love
out.
you, Jack.
Okay.
Much
Thank
love.
you, Lou.
Times
That's
two.
All right. Blessings. That's good enough. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate you.
I'll go next.
Thank you, brother.
Can I plug my stream later?
Please.
I dropped a link in the back chat. Okay.
Oh,
In about an hour and a half. And I want to thank both of you guys because you helped me choose a topic for tonight. So anyways, I'll be reviewing a little bit of this and then opening the panel in about an hour and a half. So
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, and everyone's invited, of course. But anyways, thank you for having me up. Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat.
Hey, much love to you. I appreciate that. And Jim, thank you.
Yep.
What are your
Oh, you're
thoughts?
welcome. Yeah, thanks for having me. My thoughts are love is the answer.
Amen, brother. Amen. It is.
Yep.
Jim, it's been a pleasure. It gets a little crazy here sometimes. If you're already aware, then you know. I
Yeah, that's
appreciate
all right.
you.
Yeah, I let
And
that roll right off me. That don't bother me.
I hope you return again, man. I'm gonna
All right. I will. Thanks for having me, Jack.
much love. Brothers and sisters, sincerely to all of you who did drop in, tune in, and here, let me give a little shout out because before I forget, as he was taking off, he mentioned Dusty in the Panelverse. Oh, Talcott to your leader. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that. So salute to the powdered Dusty, folks. Hit that link; it's in the chat. And also here, there we go as well. Thank you, our poll, for that. Bringing up our friend Jim's channel. It was a pleasure to meet Jim as well. Interesting testimony. Interesting experience. Brothers and sisters, that's what this is. Life is an interesting experience. It's really actually a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in this puzzle that you don't have to solve. You don't have to solve or do anything in your life. You can just do what you're told and go along and believe what you believe and never really wonder. Or you can restore yourself, renew yourself, restoring your sense of sensibility, right? I said this in the beginning, it's in the description, and then I'll start wrapping up, right? Let's find peace. Peace, it really is a byproduct of those who are united with love. So if you unite with love, with yourself, with the moment, with the experience of you, then guess what you are? You're bringing peace into the world. And brothers and sisters, peace in the world is what we're here for. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you again, sincerely. Till next time, from me to you, choose love. Peace for everyone. Walk with faith and live without fear, of course. Thank you again. Peace to everyone.